Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome back to Combo Breaker 2025 Lethal League Blaze. I am Tenchi, better known as Lalo. I'm here with my lovely co-commentator. I'm super pumped to be here.
Yeah, it's me. Hi. I'm back from the UK, ready to commentate a third year of Lethal League Blaze. We've got 6 of the best competitors from the United States and Canada coming to. Thanks to Very Epic, making a really good running bracket. So we're about to throw down with some murder mayhem.
Oh
and,
yeah. Oh, there it is. You were talking about that earlier.
That's a story for another time. And we're going to be thrown straight into losers' quarters. So to kick us off, we're going to have Average Duck and Amanda. So talk to me about these players. What do you know about them?
Okay, so this is a little pop quiz for me. I'm getting put on the spot here, but I did see Amanda last year coming in pretty strong. I know Amanda's 3rd seed, and we actually have Duck here as the 13th seed. So I think Duck is really the underdog in this set, you know?
100%. Yeah.
Amanda's puppy, by the way. I should clarify.
Sorry, yes, we might use them interchangeably just because of familiarity. But
yeah,
these players play quite a bit in friendlies.
Oh yeah.
They know each other reasonably well, but Amanda is a player with a lot of prestige in this game. She's been around a long time, and she's been putting up good results for a long time.
Yeah.
One of basically the strongest of the players just below the very top tier.
Right.
And Average Duck, on the other hand, just won her first new player tournament, which is a sort of sub 200-hour tournament that we run every month. And she just won that 2 months ago.
Yeah,
and then
wow.
Now she's in top 6 at Combo Breaker. So
Crazy.
Putting out
That's
a really
glow
great
up right
performance.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting it underway. Now,
there's a lot happening here that we're going to have to break into, but the simple overarching basics of it, pretty much you're hitting a ball. When you hit the ball, it gets tagged your color, and if the other person gets hit by the ball while it's not tagged their color, then they get hit, they take some damage, maybe they even die.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting fighting game. Oh, fantastic use of cuff by Average Duck there. It's a very interesting fighting game because we interact through the projectile, which leads to all sorts of familiar mix-ups and baits in a very different lens.
Yeah, this game definitely sticks out a lot just because, like, you know, it's a fighting game, but you never actually directly hit the other person. Like, you know, most other fighting games, you see them, like, kicking and punching each other, but you're just hitting a ball. You know, you never actually, like, directly interact with the other person, and so you get a lot of interesting interactions that you don't really see in other games.
No, not since Kaya crushed other pools to get 7th. We're not going to be seeing any Doombox, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
And Puppy taking a 3rd stock there. Now this is a difficult skill matchup to judge because of the hours difference and the time difference. But I know Average Duck is going to be really excited for every stock here because
for sure.
I believe they played in friendlies pretty recently from Average Duck's recollection. I believe Puppy took 15 straight stocks for a perfect 3-0.
Oh.
So, I mean, the fact that even 2 stocks have gone this quickly is, you know, sort of testament to the glow up that we're seeing on these newer players.
For sure.
Oh, fantastic throw.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be what this comes down to, right, is that unpredictability factor. We got a newer player who, you know, is making strides that no one else is really seeing except for themselves. So, you know, it really comes down to, you know, how that develops.
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting about Average Duck as well is that she's decided to pick Nitro. Now, Nitro, controversial character in the Lethal League canon, very difficult character to play. Sonata is a very versatile character, has a high skill ceiling, but, you know, much lower skill floor. Nitro is very, very difficult to play.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So learning the muscle memory required to do these sort of advanced control techniques in such a short time is going to be really difficult, and it's going to be the limiting factor here because every brain cell that Average Duck has to spend thinking about ball control is time she's not spending avoiding the Amanda mix.
The onslaught of Sonata pressure. Sonata just has so much ball control compared to most of the other casts, especially because she has 3 jumps. Every other character in the game only has 2, with the exception of 1, but no, not to worry about today. Yeah, so it gives Sonata so much control and maneuverability, and Nitro, frankly, has some of the worst mobility in the game, so it's really going to be Duck having to take as much advantage out of when she has the ball as possible, because Amanda can just keep it away from her so often.
Absolutely, and one thing that makes these, so, you know, Nitro and Sonata are kind of considered similar when it comes to their sort of angle spreads, but the thing that makes these characters different is their other tools and how they use those to control the ball, and we're going to start seeing that a lot here. So just then, Amanda was able to land a parry, but then has to use her special to confirm into it off of it.
Right,
And
yeah.
Likewise, Nitro has the cuff technique. So we've gotten past low speed Minecraft Steve ball control. We've grown up. But Average Duck is going to be using that cuff to get extra mobility around the stage, potentially get more air time, which is very important against the character with 3 jumps, and also using it as a punish to almost punch the opponent and then bring the ball back safely.
Yeah. And the main thing is that no matter what, if the ball is in that cuff, there is nothing the other player can do to get the ball like away from them. It's coming back to Nitro no matter what.
That was a really unfortunate moment there. Average Duck was in a perfect position to react to that parry grab. We are on LAN, which is important to remember.
No excuses anymore.
Parry grabs are much more reactable on
We're
LAN
playing
from
some
experience.
real Lethal League here.
But unfortunately, just wasn't quite able to find the frames in order to get that grab button out. And that means you're in the face of a parry. If you press any other buttons, you're dead. If you don't press anything, you're extra dead. So
Absolutely.
you've got to make sure that you are standing in the right place at the right time to be able to control the stage and use your options effectively.
Amanda hitting the corpse around a little bit.
I think we're going to see some really intense corpse juggling as we get through the stage. Later in the bracket, we've got Very Epic and Nella Acapella, who are some of the most impressive corpse jugglers in the game.
There are top 2 seeds, and I don't know if I'd say that the corpse juggling's quite why, but you know, it's a symptom of it. I'd say.
You know, it's I think it's a very underrated part of it. It's something that draws spectators to the game. They see,
exactly.
You know, you see it in games like Marvel vs. Capcom, where it's sometimes used to maybe increase your benefit from better positioning across the screen. You corner carry the corpse to the end, and then you let them go.
Yeah.
But in this game, it's almost seen as a It's almost considered inoptimal to not keep the corpse juggle going until the next stock has started. But there's an entire meta which Epic has been a part of. There's a glitch where you can throw the corpse through the end screen and bring the corpse into the next burst so it doesn't expire. In which case, players will start corpse juggling while the ball is moving around as well.
And isn't the advantage there that you only get a single bar of meter? Just
I think
that
so.
effort?
I think so. This is for 1 bar of meter.
Yeah.
If you hit a bunted ball in this game, you get 2 bars of meter.
Right.
And it takes 4 bars to get full
Right.
So it's really not worth it, but
yeah.
we're all about being unoptimal.
I was going to say, I think that's just a testament to how hard people are willing to work for even a single bar of meter. That they're willing to learn all these insane combos because, I mean, I'm just going to say, I've been playing this game a really long time. I cannot corpse juggle in this game long enough to be able to do that ever.
You know, it's one of the things I was first taught when I was learning this game was get in training room, install the mods that let you practice corpse juggling, and start learning some corpse juggles.
Wow.
And it's something that improved my ball control immensely.
Yeah.
Was looking at Jaw Drop and Cooking Tiger's old guides on ball control and working out how I could control the corpse around.
Yeah, those are some names I haven't heard in a long time. Wow. Getting all sorts of lore drops here today.
Now, while we've been exposition dumping this game, we've been moving through it, but Average Duck has been putting up a pretty solid performance so far, but not quite able to find the sort of footing to really take control of this match.
Yeah, I will say this is a very tough first match to witness, especially as like a spectator who might, be coming in with not too much of an idea of what's going on, because Amanda just plays so fast. She's such a technical player, and there's just so much to take in. Like, look at the way that she's just, every time she gets the ball, she's just rarely letting it go, and when she does, usually that's what happens right there. Thanks for that segue, Amanda. I appreciate that.
That was fantastic. The bump control into the low spike to clip Average Duck out of the air, that's just beautiful. Yeah. But the thing is, I've been really impressed with Average Duck's performance today. She's keeping up. When she gets the ball, she's doing useful things with it, which was not true 100 hours ago. We were watching her in the first NPC she was trying out. She looked like a new player trying out the game for the first time.
Yeah, for sure.
In such a short time, she's looking like a real threat on this stage. Actually, potentially, not in a bad position to potentially take a game off Amanda.
For sure.
Oh, and just as you say it,
over
the head, up angle, it's over.
I hate to say it, I think that might be a certified commentator's curse.
I should hope so. I mean, what else are we here for?
I will say, I think, that's a pretty big thing when you're a newer player that's kind of coming up, is like, you start to learn, hi Amanda, you start to kind of learn that, like, the first couple 100 hours, you're getting control of yourself, but then, you hit a certain point where it's like, I can hit the ball and I can, actually make like competent baits and setups and mix-ups, but then it hits a certain point where it's like, now I have to start caring about what the other person is doing. Because there is a second player on the screen, believe it or not, but, it starts to get really scary because when you start to look at what Amanda's doing, every single time she hits the ball, no matter how, what it is, there's so many different ways that you can respond, or not respond, I suppose. And yeah, it's just that's where the depth of the game really comes in.
Yeah, it starts off as a battle with yourself, and it becomes you have to master yourself so that you can think about even what they're even doing in the first place.
Yeah.
A lot of players when they're new and starting out, they have a tendency to try and hide at the corners, right? Because if you hide at the corner, then your back is covered and you're fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
And it's funny you say that because while you were talking earlier, I forget, you had said something along the lines of like, Duck is really coming into her own, and as you said that, I saw her at the wall, kind of panicking a little bit, jump bunting, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be mean.
We all have those moments occasionally. You're trying to defend switch flip from mid screen. Sometimes you gotta hide.
Listen, I played friendlies with Meller earlier, and I can tell you that I was doing the same thing. I'm no better. I can't even make fun of people for it because at the end of the day, it's just we're all corner jump bunters at some point or another. Even in our best moments, it's just. It happens.
100%, 100%. And it looks like we're moving into our next matchup here. So the second losers quarterfinal is going to be between Zampan Man and IMT, or I Made This. So this is a matchup between people who have been around the scene quite a long time. There's no new school going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Zampan Man has been playing since early Lethal League 1.
He's
IMT
actually been here since the beginning.
Right,
he's been even earlier than me.
Okay, right.
Well, I don't know about the prototype, but I'm pretty sure that he actually got into the game like within the week that it came out.
Okay.
So, which is, not something a lot of people could say. And the fact that he's still here and at the finals in a completely different game after all of this time, and I was telling you earlier, I think it's really interesting. Zan's had a bit of a glow up recently, and I'm really excited to see how he, the kind of performance he can give us today, I suppose.
Yeah, Zan's an interesting player because they've been playing off of instinct for such a long time, and now they're really starting to become a student of the game and learn about it. Now, IMT on the other hand, I think they're just button checking. That's good. IMT on the other hand.
I was so confused. I was like, where's the other player?
Might be, if I was being mean, which I'm not. Okay. You could call IMT the most washed Lethal League player of all time. As in, this is a man who was at one point the demon of Lethal League. He used to be the gold belt gatekeeper, and if you wanted to be gold belt and you couldn't beat this guy, you were not being held at the sort of prestigious top ranks of our community. And then he got married and had a kid. And it happens to the best of us. And what's fascinating to me about IMT is that he's 2 years later, he's come back and he's making it into top 6 of Combo Breaker.
I mean, hey, the kid's growing up. Now he has to start putting on a show for the little one,
And I think it's just there's some nice candy balls coming out early. It's really nice to see a player who's been around and done it all.
Yeah.
IMT, very influential player when it comes to things like tournament organization and commentary. He commentated MAC 1 this year, which is like
really?
Sort of big invitational tournament. And he's still doing it, and he's still putting up big results. He's still got it in him.
Incredible. Yeah, so we're getting in here. So Candyman Switch, this one's a matchup I actually really enjoy. These characters are both just absolute powerhouses when it comes to the angles that they can put out. Every character in this game is a unique set of angles that they have, and the angles that these two have are just absolutely nasty. Candyman especially, I think, his special, being able to hit the ball through the wall, he can create some scary, scary situations. He himself can even teleport through the wall if he wants to, and that's a pretty signature thing that IMT loves to do.
IMT's got such an interesting playstyle because the way I would describe it is he plays like he hates you. he plays like he hates you, and he wants to ruin your life. Now, Zan, on the other hand, is a very...
Zan plays like he loves you because he does.
He does. He's a very methodical player.
Absolutely.
And it sort of speaks to his career in maths, I feel like. He's very studied, scientific.
Oh my God, what a candy chain. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No. It's these sort of candy chains are the real power of Candyman, who widely considered the best character in the game. Switch, widely considered the second best character in the game.
Yeah.
Both of which have some really interesting options that make them really scary to deal with.
Yeah.
Candyman, of course, has the infamous down angle, plus the candy chain mix-ups.
Yep.
Candyman carries the ball to the top of the screen, hits it down, and good luck.
We haven't quite seen Switch's evil little... Oh, he's got no legs.
Oh, the legs are gone.
Love to see it.
It's Dion's vision.
You're bringing Dion into this?
I got some shout-outs for Team Reptile after this, but...
I wanted to say that, Switch has his own evil tool that we haven't quite seen yet, but we will. there's plenty of switch flips to be seen in this set for sure. But
and then, of course, when we're talking about overpowered characters and strong options, Switch has got so much to shout about. Switch obviously has the switch flip, which is arguably the best attacking move in the game.
Yeah.
If he hits it overhead, he can turn it into a switch flip and do a 50-50 mix-up.
Right.
And then he's also got the up angle. So the up angle is the only angle in the game that hits it above his head and essentially forces you. It makes it just like an absolute nightmare to try and cover his angles.
The fact that he can hit the ball behind him, it makes it just genuinely impossible to cover everything he can do at any given time. And he just has so much going for him. He's such a good character, genuinely.
We're getting into game 2 on Desert.
Oh
now,
my god, and that's the Candyman stuff right there. Those low down angles, that is like classic Candyman pressure. Because you can just constantly choose between, candy ball, not candy ball, and the other player, it's like almost impossible to respond. It's just you are reacting or you're dying, and it's as simple as that.
Here we go. Where's the catch? Trying to regain control.
Zan's trying to slow things down a little bit here because IMT has just been going absolutely balls to the wall. No pun intended.
I think it's a little bit tricky for Zan there. Zan's instinct there was to stand low and try to tap charge the, as in stand and start a charge and just release as you see the ball. But it didn't quite work. It's really hard to get the timing on that. And the candy ball angle is pretty deceptive.
Yeah.
So maybe a bit more movement might help to sort of handle the coverage there.
Right. It's also worth noting too, especially with a character like Candyman, because it becomes a lot more noticeable with him, that the stages actually are shaped differently. And so some angles will bounce around the stage in a different way depending on the stage. And, there's also things like the height of the stage. A character like Candyman who jumps so high and he's so floaty that when you have stages with like low ceilings, he starts to really struggle with that.
What are they doing?
I don't know. I think Zan's just kind of being a silly little guy.
Zan missed the taunt flip and proceeded to stand there menacingly. Okay, where's Candy Ball? Come on. You gotta be ready for those.
I think Zan might be a little nervous here, but
are we about to see a 5-stock?
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice the stock count. Wow.
This early?
Yeah.
One more.
Especially after Zan won the first game too. This is kind of unprecedented.
Oh, there it is.
And there it is.
He's done him.
Wow.
Excellent comeback from IMT.
And can I just say, on
bringing it back.
IMT looks completely and totally composed right now. He is just raring to go.
He's zoned in. He's zoned in.
And I think, Zan taking some deep breaths. I think he's going to think a lot about that game and see what he can do here.
This is the power of living off of 3 hours of sleep for 2 years. This is what being a dad makes you.
This is the power of a family.
It makes you a monster.
It makes you a monster. Is that what you said?
He's looking monstrous in the Sleeper League game right now.
Man.
That's all I can say.
And maybe how would you say it? Mayhemous?
Murderous. Yeah, I like it.
Murderous mayhem. Right. I was thinking monster mayhem. Bringing it back.
Okay, and we're going in. Zan able to chip down IMT to get closer to taking a stock this time, but IMT manages to get stock 1. Okay,
right.
Unfortunately, loses
there
the ball
is.
control.
There's a switch flip.
And needs a switch flip.
Just instant. The ball basically just releases immediately. I did want to say, too, because health is an important thing in this game. You probably noticed the health bar going down, and, sometimes people just die immediately, and sometimes they don't. And it's actually based on the ball speed, which you can see on the big boom box at the bottom. The more, the faster the ball, the more damage it does to you. And I believe, is it 120 HP or is it 100?
120 HP, yeah.
Okay.
If you get hit at 120 speed, you're just dead.
Yeah.
But you can be chipped out before then. Oh, and are they going to play it out?
Who's hitting the social button on there?
Okay, I'm going to say the rule on this is you lose the game.
Yeah. Lose the game?
Yeah. We're not doing no best.
No punches pulled.
You shouldn't be pulling. However, they're not going to take that.
Yeah, not on the big stage.
Happy with that.
Not on the big stage. Nice get-up punish there, for sure.
Okay, we're running it? Yeah, we're going back in. Okay,
Yeah,
Zan's ready to go. Zan's been trying to cheese IMT out by pausing the game, but it's not going to work. Nice smash parry.
I think it actually might have been IMT that caused it, I'm not sure. Oh, nice throw there.
There we go.
All right. Zan, hey, he's already pretty much reversed the previous game. He's kind of undoing the damage that's been done. I think he managed to slow down the pace, but also, he's kind of improving his offense as well. He's been responding a lot better, but also actually able to, get ball control and make his own plays. Because it feels like last game he felt a little lost, he was kind of floundering a little bit. But that's a big hit. Okay.
Oh, the charge, facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
If you're going to put your back to the wall and go for a Goblin Tech, which is an advanced form of Lethal League defense, You
was
need
only
to start
one
a
way.
charge facing left and move to the right wall.
Yeah.
And the way the hitboxes in this game work, it protects you from the ball.
Yeah. There was only one way he was hitting
Wow,
that ball, and
that
if it was
parry.
just so happened to all the way be on the far right, that's not happening. And wow, IMT might bring this back. I hate to speak it into existence.
You can't count IMT out. Okay, here we go, down angle.
Okay.
Wow,
Zan
there it is.
Zan just keeping in the corner, you know. Honestly, really strong against Candyman, especially if you can actually like meet him up in the air, because most of his aerial angles kind of, you know, if you generally like match his height and then move downward with him as like, you know, he hits the ball, you can usually cover pretty much most, if not everything that he has to offer in the air. And, you know, Zan doing a great job of that in that previous game for sure.
Yeah, at the very least, in order to sort of control the ball in a way that doesn't allow the player to cover you very easily, if you have to increase the sort of level of technicality you're bringing by a significant margin.
Yeah,
So it
there's
becomes
that
so
switch
much
flip
harder.
again.
And it puts the onus on the Candyman to provide that tech skill as opposed
Yeah.
to you to provide the tech skill to catch it properly.
Right. Yeah, we just saw that switch flip out there again from Zan, and especially on a stage like this, you get to really see how just devious that angle is. Nice response to the candy chain. That's going to be big for Zan. He needs to get more of those if he wants to, you know, stay ahead in this set.
The one thing I'm noticing right now, though, is Zan. I think Zan is choking some inputs a little bit because
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of smashes. I don't know whether they're just going for big smash parries, but generally you want to be abusing Switch's best tools. Switch's best tool is the up angle,
Yeah,
which lets you
yeah.
create huge angle spreads that are much, much harder to cover. When you're smashing, the ball can only go in one direction, and while there is a big parry hitbox to deal with,
Yeah.
if the ball's going in one direction, you can catch it much more easily.
It really is kind of just like a do your
Nice
taxes
down
kind of angle, you know? You
Absolutely.
can create space, you can create a mix-up, like, it's just, there's so much it has to offer. And
Who needs that when you can just smash parry? I mean,
hey,
it works.
I'm a big fan of Smash Parry, you know? Hey, there it is again. You know, shout out to Smash Parry. We love you guys.
Unfortunately, that one didn't confirm, and this is an issue some characters have in certain situations. So, Candyman in that particular instance, Switch was able to fall out of the smash parry and
Yeah.
didn't get hit.
All right, we got a pretty
Okay.
close game here.
No, I don't think IMT knows how to corpse juggle, but that's okay. That's okay.
He doesn't need to. That's like the one.
we didn't have it back in my
That's
day.
the one part of the game that you don't need to be good at in order to be good. And
There we go.
I will say that until the day I die.
And they got to be a little bit careful because as these games get more stressful and more tense, they're more prone to the ultimate crime of Lethal League, bunting in faces. And I know
yeah.
B3 is watching right now. B3 would be horrified to see some of these bunts, but when you're under this kind of level of stress, it's about who can make sure that they're not making unsafe decisions and punish the unsafe decisions.
Right, yeah.
Fantastic.
Big
Fantastic
throw there
work.
from Zan, and that's actually going to take it.
And that's it.
He's so
him
excited.
up.
He's got his
got the
Keyblade.
Keyblade.
He's so happy. What a sweet little lad.
Zan's going to be very, very happy with that performance. I know that they were a little bit worried about running this gauntlet of a top
Yeah.
six, but unfortunately, you know, there's some real demons ahead of you. Welcome back, everyone. We are going live with winners finals of Lethal League Blaze at Combo Breaker. I'm joined on the mic by Lalo. We're going into a pretty big match here.
This is the big one. I'm very excited. I mean, this was the run back from last year, right?
This is no. So this match never happened last year. So
Really?
this was the sort of projected dream match of Combo Breaker 2024. Very Epic versus Mela Acapella. But actually, it didn't happen in the end. Epic crashed out really early in bracket, getting
Oh my God,
seventh,
that's right.
fifth. I think maybe fifth.
Oh yeah.
And in the end, it was Krollo, Ripper, Southern, and Mela who
And
ended up
Mela,
winning the
yeah.
whole thing. So we're very excited to get this. Very Epic is on unbelievable form this year, and I think we're going to see a really amazing match.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you had mentioned you wanted to talk about the crew battle, right? From
Yeah,
yesterday?
yeah. It's a really interesting point of comparison. I just want to say that is Mela Acapella on the right, just in a finals cosplay. Not quite as recognizable from
Yeah.
those sort of those famous pop-offs that we had last year, but still there. And of course, very Epic in the red Nitro hoodie, repping
Right.
the red Nitro in honor of Anthony. Nothing happened to Anthony; he's just not here. But yes, we had a crew battle last night. So last night we gathered up a whole bunch of players and we had a 7 versus 7 crew battle for about $15. A huge prize pool, not like the $1,000 prize pool we got today. And Epic took it. Epic took the whole thing.
Yeah, the final match of the crew battle was these two players against each other, and Epic did take it. I actually think Meller only had one stock left. I should probably put an asterisk on that, but
It was close in the end. Epic had a bit of a stock lead going into it, but
yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Very Epic had taken, or Meller had taken one stock, and then Very Epic took the other.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're going to get into it with these players now. This is a very, very exciting match because we're seeing sort of some of the peak performances that are available on these. These are two quite popular characters at the moment. Right now at the very top level, we got Nitro represented by Very Epic and Curb. And then at the very top level of are they button checking? I'm not quite sure what's going on.
I'm not sure.
Oh, they can't hear anything. That's the problem. So we'll fix that in a moment. At the very top level of Sonata, we've got Mela sort of flying the flag alongside a couple of other players like Cactos and Cooking Tiger.
Does Cactus still play?
Cactus still plays. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
A little bit of a hiatus after Mac 1 that happened in September, but still crushing it.
Okay.
I think the problem here is that the Epic has a controller that whenever you plug it into a setup,
the PS4 controllers,
it steals the
sound.
Yeah, so that's the problem. So,
that makes so much sense.
And I can't hear anything either, which is why
we
I wasn't
no
sure
audio.
if we'd started properly, but we'll get into that in just a moment. I think they might have to restart. They might keep the stocks. We'll work it out. That sounds like sound. I think they've worked it out.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, good timing. But this is I'm very pumped for this one. This is gonna be. I mean, this is our first and second seed. So if this is the best display of Lethal League that you could get, really. Oh, and I already hear they're going.
I think so.
Oh yeah, they're going. Okay.
You don't want to look at us because one of the most hyped matches of the year is happening. You don't want to see my face. All right, we're going in. Epic going to take I think they are starting again from the start, which is really good for Epic. I think Epic just lost 2 stocks at the start.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're going to replay that.
And he took the first one, so.
Okay, here we go.
I think knowing Meller, it doesn't surprise me too much to say that he probably doesn't mind that much because he's just going to bring it right back anyway.
These players have incredible reaction times. Epic is only 16, 17 years old.
16, yeah.
16. Flew out here drove over the border from Canada.
Wow. That's dedication.
And is ready to try and take this bracket.
And
with big cuffs from
it's
across
the
screen.
This is gonna be a big win for him too, especially you know what a 16-year-old is gonna do with that much money? I don't. That's like the world to them.
Comic books? I don't know.
Yeah.
And of course on the other side we've got Mela Capella going for the 3-peat. So Mela won in 2023, Mela won in 2024, and Mela would love to win in 2025. There's a pretty big prize pool on the line, and I know Mela is here to try and win it. A little flash.
Who won 2022?
COVID.
COVID won. Okay.
COVID won.
COVID always wins.
It was the COVID mix-up.
Yeah.
I don't know. There might have been a Combo Breaker 22, but if there was, we won.
Oh no, that's right. No, that's right. I forget. I forgot that it didn't happen that year. I'm going crazy. I was there.
It was the 2019 one.
I was there, and for some reason I thought that was Lethal League. But.
Wow, that's a really interesting choice of angle there. Using the control from the cuff to manage the ball, and then putting an angle that was going to. It looked like a headshot.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Goes for the grab. Meller, staying wary, trying to keep Very Epic on his toes here.
I think they're a little bit worried about using parries too freely here because they both are looking for the grabs, especially now that Very Epic is below 45% health. The grab risk reward definitely shifts in Mela's favor.
Right.
Oh,
and there it is. Okay.
One more.
He's still got another chance though. There's the cuff.
Oh, there we go.
And this is where it's just all bets are off. You either know where that angle's going or you don't.
Well, you can't cover 17 trillion different Sonata special options? Oh, it looks like you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's why she's one of the best characters.
Absolutely. And, okay, where are they going?
Not every character can create situations like that on the fly, you know?
Both looking to establish control here.
Yeah.
Using the...
Oh, that's going to be scary. Oh, yeah, I think he tried to turn around and he missed it.
I can hear a lot of cheering from the crowd.
Yeah.
We're the very last game on stream today. A couple of people have gone home, but they shouldn't have gone home because this is where it's at.
It's true. And we got Meller over here, 1 HP in a dream. And you're going to see Very Epic. Oh, my goodness. That was a close one.
That was huge. Now, that's actually not as scary as it looks because if you get grab denied, there's damage reduction on the hit.
Yeah,
so you can't actually...
Oh, what a catch! You see that turnaround? Oh, my God.
Unbelievable catch. Getting out of the wall to avoid the wall trap. And where's the mix?
Oh, he did the early parry, but Meller didn't get it in time. There's he risks that whole game on that grab.
You know what? I respect it, but I can't believe he went for it.
And can we talk about the fact that I think Meller was down 3-1 there, and he brought that back. He's been doing that a lot today. He did that.
Yeah,
I played
Meller
friendlies
is
with him
really
earlier today, and I think he probably did that to me like 5 times.
We talk a little bit about the LAN buff
Yeah.
and the online buff. You know, there are some players who, in the comfort of their own home, joining an online tournament, they can put together some good results.
Yeah.
And then they come to LAN, and they have to deal with the stress of people yelling, distractions. Earlier, one of the players was hitting me with the Steam screenshot distraction. So when I was waiting for the ball, they would hit Steam screenshots and I spam them.
Yeah, in the bottom
ball.
right corner. Oh my
And it makes the game so much harder. One player who is not going to have a problem with that is Meller Akapara.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. Meller, I talked with him a bit earlier today, and he was telling me he loves the crowd. Most people, I think, kind of crumble when they have all these people behind them watching them, but he loves that stuff. He was made for it.
Yeah,
and he was
I
also,
completely agree.
He was also telling me earlier that he's feeling really comfortable today. He said last year he felt really nervous and kind of, shaky, but he said that he was feeling really zen and, looking to just play some good Lethal League. I think you can't really ask for much better than that,
100% agree. And on the other side of the screen, we've got arguably one of the coolest and most collected players that I've seen. I mean, Very Epic just is unfazed at all times.
He's a very soft-spoken little guy.
You just can't ice this player out. When we finished bracket a little bit early today, and we were waiting around for stream to start. And Meller played friendlies the whole time to keep him warm, and Epic just sat there. Epic just sat there for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Just completely iced. Perfectly happy on ice, ready to go.
Yeah. No, he's definitely, he's a disciplined little guy, for sure. I don't know why I keep calling him a little guy, but he's a little guy. It's what he is. It's true.
Okay.
It just really, it says so much about how young he is just coming in and making such a big statement like this.
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing a little bit of dominance from Meller at this point in the stage zone. It almost looks like Epic's trying to keep up and regain the ball control that he needs, but
yeah. And I just want to talk about the genius there to half cuff, because he saw where Meller was standing, that he managed to half cuff right to where he was. If he ended up doing a full cuff, he would have gone too far and he would have been behind him. There would have been no threat. But he ended up half cuffing the space perfectly to catch him there. What a parry!
Caught the falling bunt with a parry.
Yeah.
Excellent choice. That kind of intuition, again, 1 to half cuff and 2 to instantly respond to the falling bunt with the parry.
Yeah.
It comes from a huge number of hours played in this game. I was speaking to Epic earlier, who said he thinks he has maybe sort of 40,000 matches played in this game at this point, over thousands of hours.
My God.
And that's small numbers compared to I don't even want to think about how many games played.
Yeah.
Okay, no grab. Oh my!
Oh, he paused! He was so shocked he paused the game.
Clip it right now. I want to see that on Lethal League Play Stadium in 5 seconds.
He was in absolute disbelief at what just happened. Oh, no!
He's in the blender.
I think he's starting to lose confidence in the
mind jail.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a great way of putting it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been there so many times. It's just like you start to lose sight of when they're gonna parry and not, and you just always start guessing wrong. It's so tough. Oh, he's reducing the ball speed.
I think. What I think is.
He saves him! Oh no!
Wow.
So you can grab a parry and it gives you a guaranteed hit normally, but if you're holding the down button, you'll throw the ball downward, and it actually won't hit the other person, and Meller accidentally was holding down there, and then it gave Very Epic the chance to keep this game alive. Meller could lose off of this.
Oh, there
and
it is.
He does!
There it is.
Oh no, and now it's tied.
Isn't able to recatch off the cuff. It wasn't even that fancy the movement.
Yeah.
You just did raw cuff mid-screen, let it come back, let the ball go.
Yeah, and it's crazy that holding the down button for maybe a second, that costed him an entire game. That could be the set. This could, especially this far in the bracket, you can't afford to be making mistakes like that anymore.
I think that moment when there were 2 stocks left and Epic started grabbing in the corner, that to me speaks to one of Epic's secret strengths. Is that Epic is willing to get a bit silly with it. When you're and it was the perfect turnaround, because just before that I was saying Meller's got all the control, Epic is really struggling to get a foul, and then Epic goes to the corner, grabs 6 times, and starts being like a psycho, and is able to bring it back. He's able to completely reverse the tide of the game.
Yeah, and
here we go.
At that, it kind of gets the other.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Okay, that's a Nitro specialty there. He's the best at being able to just hit the ball straight back and forth like that. And you're kind of forced to just play his game when he's got you there.
Nice, good frame trap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be standing.
I'm looking at the player cam right now. Epic is vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Epic is ascending right now. Okay, back bump.
Oh, my God.
Wow. One more. Do it again. Okay, good. That's really good defense by Mela. Very instinctual defense, knows exactly where to stand.
And, you know, it's going to be the Sonata backspike that's going to take it in the end, of course, because, you know, that angle's dirty. It's so hard to catch
It's a great angle.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, you can be as fancy as you want, but if you get stuck in a punt animation on the ground and the ball's coming from behind, you're going to die.
Yeah. I just saw Epic going for the grab set to get that extra bar at the start that you were talking about earlier.
That almost ended it right there. It was barely above head height.
And look at Epic's here with 4 stocks.
Good catch. Back bump. Do it again. Stuck in the corner.
Oh, what a setup. He knew exactly where to go. That was beautiful. He knew where that up angle was going before he even sent it out.
Had it on lock. Okay, we're going to get some little cup cheese here.
So yeah, this is an important thing that Nitro especially is very good at, is keeping the ball speed low when your opponent's at low HP means that there's much less risk for you than there is for your opponent, because they get hit in any way, they just die. But for you, you're going to lose like a quarter of your health.
Now there is going to be a voice in Epic's head right now that said, look, there it was.
Yeah.
That voice is saying, you're about to lose. It doesn't matter that you're 2 stocks up, you're about to lose. Because Mela is about to make a comeback. So you've got to find something, find the option.
Oh no.
And the problem with listening to that voice is this happens.
Yeah.
Right? You do a stupid grab mid-screen, trying to make a hard read. It doesn't work.
There it is. Oh, auto parry.
Found the cheese. Just as I was saying, you can't listen to those voices. The code goes for parry, instant confirm into special, it's done.
Did you ever see that old copy pasta from, I think it was a Lethal League 1 copy pasta, I think it was from Mecha Soul. Shoutouts to Mecha Soul.
Shoutouts to Mecha Soul.
Where he had said something like,
No, we ain't playing this.
I just tuned into the stream and saw someone die to an auto parry because they were corpse juggling in grand finals. Now I will close the stream. One of my favorite copy pastas of all time. I think it was like Ball Slayer versus, I think it was Meku or Haru or something. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah.
It just reminded me of that, where it's just like,
I'm happy to say that we're still acting like that.
Honestly,
we're still doing stuff like that.
Bring back the childlike wonder of dying to auto parry in grand finals. I'm all here for it.
Back bump. That back bump is really important because it just creates enough space that you can safely recontrol the ball off the catch.
Yeah. And
wow.
Bad
stage choice.
Yeah. That's the stage right there, making the difference. Because that angle looped, that angle looped in a way that he was able to, keep the ball in front of him so that he didn't have to turn around and potentially get the mix-up.
That was amazing. That grab was like a stairway to heaven.
Yeah.
I watched Nitro just teleport upwards into a grab animation. And Epic knows that perfectly. Epic knows I jump at this height and I grab at this height.
Yeah.
And it'll work. I'll get there.
A really interesting thing about Epic. A really interesting thing, no worries, about Epic that I've been noticing is how close he stays to his opponent, like really all the time. He's just always in their face.
Yes.
Pretty much whenever they have the ball, he's just always staying close, and he manages to figure out where Meller's going to go enough that he can stay out of parry range, but also stay close enough to scare him into being smart about how he's hitting the ball. Because otherwise, if he slips up, he's just giving away the ball for free, and then, it's Epic's turn to make a big play.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? And that swing was the perfect choice there because the button has a top hitbox that would have gone straight into that parry and gotten killed. But covering with the swing, if he doesn't hit the ball, you've got it with the swing. If he does hit the ball, you can set up some control.
It was funny that previous burst just there. We actually saw the Nitro up angle kill Meller in the same way it saved him earlier.
Epic's been going for that bait all weekend. He did it to me like 3 times yesterday. You wait for them to do the blaze get up, and you just do cuff in their face.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes back, their blaze is expired, and you get the kill.
Yeah.
But it was the timing was just.
Nitro's really good at getting plays, get up punishes. Is that another game for Epic? No, not quite. Okay,
no,
never mind. I totally misread the stock count there. Still 2-2. Hey, this is close. Epic could take this, and that's gonna be big for the narrative here. Seeing Meller in losers.
Oh, the bump control.
Oh my God! What a response!
Huge spike parry.
He knew exactly what Meller wanted there.
Game to go.
Meller loves to go for the down bunch there again at the wall.
The grab!
Wow. Epic's playing out of his mind right now.
Okay. You gotta make sure you hit those catches.
Okay, and hey, this is a big moment.
Slow it down.
Because
Epic's gonna grab it.
These 2 games that Epic got were in response to
one more
that Meller had in game 2. But Meller could do the same thing back if Epic doesn't play his cards right here. Okay, goes for a down throw. He's trying to keep it simple. Double down throw.
There we go. And the cuff.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, he's got another chance. One more chance here. This is for
Oh, there it is, the
oh
spike!
Oh my god, and Epic takes it
The
over
spike
Meller,
swing bait.
3-1.
The spike swing bait.
Wow.
Spike-
This kid's
Oh
the
my
future.
God, he did it.
This kid's not just the
And they were
future,
like-
he's the present.
Meller was so close. I mean, look, there's the red Nitro hoodie, signed by all the players
Yep.
here. It's iconic. You know, there were three. Meller almost navigated that absolute maze of aggression and attacks and mix-ups and setups. And then at the very end, Epic went for the clutch grab to bring it all home. First of all, he navigated the half cuff swing bait thing on the ground. He went for the god grab and failed. It went horribly wrong.
Truly incredible.
And then,
you know,
and then
it's
just, I think it was air turn forward spike. As in, I think there was an air turn because I think he was
yeah.
facing left.
Right.
And then he did an air turn to get the forward spike to the right, which then had just enough timing to swing bait Meller at the end.
Yeah.
That was an amazing
And you know,
set
it's
of plays at the
funny.
end.
I remember last year, people were saying a lot of jokes about how Very Epic was kind of like a mini-me of Meller because they look so similar that he was just a mini Meller. And I thought it was very funny seeing Epic finally take him down. It's just like the future's now, old man.
This is it. And you know,
I'm normal Meller now, and you're big Meller.
well, back at that time, Meller was going by the name Jaden.
Right.
It's since going by the name Lou. So that's it. You know, it's the takeover of the takeover of the
I'm
dynasty.
Meller now. Right.
That was an unbelievable set.
Yeah,
We got
I
one more game to go before we go into another ad break. So next up, we're going to be looking at the winners of game 1 and 2. We're going to be facing off. It's a whole red belt, pink belt, maelstrom, gauntlet, mosh pit happening in the losers
Could you
bracket.
explain the belts a little bit?
I've referenced these a few times.
Yeah.
So the kind of main community hub for this game is in a Discord server called Lethal League Blaze Stadium, which is discord.gg/LLB Stadium. Someone could type it in the chat. If they do, they might get banned automatically, but I hope not. Hopefully Twitch is chill.
You're baiting our Twitch chat members into getting banned?
But the LLB Stadium has been
Nefarious.
the kind of cornerstone of competitive play in this game for a couple of years now. We run all sorts of events over there, but notably we have a belt system, and this is how we sort of judge the level of play that we're seeing from players. So players start off at white belt at the very start. They can advance all the way up to purple belt by playing ranked and just by playing the game and getting involved. And then at some point they take the red belt exam, and they play 10 sets against a gatekeeper who is sort of one of our esteemed top players.
Wow, okay.
And then we, a set of gatekeepers, including me, go and judge it, and we vote yes or no. Yeah, is this player ready? If not, is there any coaching that we could give them that would get them over the line, that would get them to the point where they're sort of reaching stronger mid-tier levels of play? And then after red belt, we have a sort of stronger belt called pink belt, which is starting to become a real tournament threat.
Yeah.
And then gold belt is at the very top,
Oh,
which is
gold belt's
really
the top, okay.
reserved for the. Right now, there's about 10 to 15 gold belts who are. Some are slightly more active than others, but
Okay.
the gold belts really represent the absolute peak of what this game has to offer. And so
Interesting.
Meller and Very Epic are two of our gold belt players. They're very elite. But there's a lot of really talented players in those sort of up-and-coming ranks involved. We're not playing on the stage. Don't even think about it. Don't even, this is a
Lethal League
retro
one
stage.
room. Yeah. How did you guys come up with the belt system? I mean, it sounds like you've really had this all well thought out. I'm curious.
It predates me.
okay.
I joined the mod team in 2022. I
Okay.
came back after a pretty long hiatus and then joined and got involved with moderating and events organization
okay.
and obviously commentary and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think it predates. Someone in the Discord will be able to give the lowdown on
Okay.
where it all came from, and I don't want to give misinformation and
Yeah.
sort of misrepresent who came up with the ideas and who was pushing it and who was sort of
Okay.
taking that on. But the dojo system is really nice at the moment because it's a really great way for players who want to improve,
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
rise up the ranks, to get really specific, dedicated help
right.
and
Right.
improve as players.
Right. Okay.
And on that note, we're going in with two
Yeah.
of our finest pink belt players.
This matchup's so interesting to me now because this was always on paper a very tough matchup in the first iteration of this game because characters didn't have double jumps, and so Sonata could kind of do what she did to Nitro in the previous set, where she could just keep the ball at the top of the stage. She can't really do that anymore because Switch can double jump now. So I'm kind of curious, like, what does Sonata do to try and keep Switch at bay here from just doing what Switch does?
Doing Switch stuff. It is, wow, fantastic grab.
Is it kind of similar to Switch Candyman, where it's really just you have to hope that you get the ball more than the other guy?
I think that is a little bit a part of it. The Switch setups are generally a little bit simpler, and so it's a little bit easier. maybe less technique required to sort of set up for quite powerful attacks on Switch.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got the button, the Switch flip. The Switch also has taunt flip. You can press taunt where you've got meter and sort of switch flip idly in the air, which you can then cancel into swings if you want. On the other hand, Sonata has to press a lot of buttons, but has more mobility and more ability to control really is an aerial mobility character.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because in a way they're both aerial dominating characters.
Right.
Switch is strongest when they're at the top of the screen with meter, but Sonata has 3 jumps and can bunt the ball like.
Yeah.
I think an optimized bunt combo with 3 jumps is like 15 bunts or something that Sonata can do in one landing. So, down
Oh
bunt.
my
The down
god!
bunt.
Zan was ready to try and see how Amanda would respond, and she responded when he least expected it to a setup.
It's really scary because if Zan reads that setup, Zan can then go for a parry bait there.
Yeah, exactly. He could have
have.
immediately swung before the ball hit the ground, and it wouldn't have killed him, and he actually would have gotten the kill there.
There's the parry. And one thing Amanda's been really good at is getting those parry confirmations.
Yeah.
Sometimes Switch, sometimes Sonata has more trouble than other characters getting those confirms off a parry.
Right. Yeah.
But using special does fix a lot of that. Unfortunately, that means you got to remember to get the input at the right time. You almost have to sort of program your brain to hear the parry ding and then match that button and make sure you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the audio cues definitely do make a lot of difference, for sure.
And that's actually really interesting because that's something that Zan doesn't play with. Right now, Zan has just put their headphones on.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask them what they were going to be listening to during these sets. But they've got music on and no sound effects from the game.
I feel like he told me, but I don't remember. I think he's just got a playlist on. He's just been jamming. He's been doing that the whole tournament. But we got room here. Pretty weird stage, but you know. Amanda definitely controlling that first game, but Zan's starting off strong here, so I'm curious to see if he can kind of overcome the Amanda tech skill onslaught.
There he goes.
I wanted to say, you know, it's really cool because I think you had talked earlier about how Zan, you know, a very instinct-based player, and I think that definitely was more so the case.
There's the grab.
Because he still does kind of play off that way, right? But like. He's kind of refined that very recently, I've noticed in recent months in a way that honestly surprised me a lot because I played him.
Sorry. That was the charge setup. I watched Mela and Amanda lab that setup for like 2 hours yesterday. And
really?
And
okay. Wow, and she got it in bracket. she's probably reeling right now.
It involved you set up the special in a way that it's going to hit your charge shot as it lands. So you suddenly have a very fast attack out of it. Sorry, I was blown away by that.
No problem. That's great, honestly. But yeah, no, I played Zan a few months ago, and I was really surprised at how much better he'd gotten. Even just since last year, because I think last year he ended up getting like 13th or 9th or something.
Zan actually got 7th.
Oh, was it 7th? Okay.
Eliminating me at 9.
Oh,
which is why when the crew battle came around, I had to pay it back. I had to pay it back.
I'm bringing up the personal beef. Hi has a lot of beef with Zan over here.
It's funny because we're sharing a room together. Yep. Zan is the nicest guy ever, but
absolutely,
he's a bit
absolute
of a,
sweetheart.
You know, the way he plays just makes me want to kill him. That's just how it goes.
Well, that's certainly a very cut and dry way of putting it.
Well, it's because I've got a huge amount of respect for him as a player, and I know how good he is.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he plays like that in every fighting game. I played so many fighting games with this kid, and it's always the same. But he's starting to change up a little bit in this game, I will say.
And he's actually bringing it back in a way. There was a little use of Spike there that I thought was really good, where in a similar way to the end of that Epic versus Mela set, where the Spike was being used to control the ball and keep it away.
Yeah.
Zan was starting to use the Spike a little bit more there to control the sort of mid-screen and not give the ball up randomly. We just smash.
Amanda's just passing the ball to him at this point.
And the good thing is, I think the smash angle rotation looked pretty good there.
What a catch from Zan!
Up angle?
No up angle there. And Amanda's just keeping the ball airborne and just like going, oh my god, the spikes here.
You gotta land with Spike there.
Oh my god, he jumped! The jump rope!
And the throw, swing bait, timing mix up. It's fantastic. You set up that ball, and you wait for
the
them to go
amount
for it,
of
and you throw it.
times
Oh,
that both of them caught a straight hit ball at like 1,000 speed plus there was not okay.
and that's it. It's over. Smash parry. Who needs tech skill when you can
Hey.
smash the ball?
And I was saying this to a newer player earlier because they were asking me for some advice. And I think one of the best things you can say in this game, honestly, especially for Lethal League, is simplify.
Yep.
Simplify.
Yeah, completely agree. Especially in the, I think when you're playing at home and you can really sort of comfort perform
Yeah.
on the game. You can relax a bit more and you can try for more difficult stuff. But I think it's really important when you are playing live to make sure that you're not like flubbing tech the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And the easiest way to do that is to simplify the tech.
Yeah. And especially with a character like Switch. Switch, you know, I feel like he's a big example of that mantra of the game is just like, you know, there's so many times where I see people overcomplicate things with him and it's just like, you have Switch to it. And you can create like mix-ups that are so difficult to cover. Case in point, right there. They're just they're just spoon-feeding me these.
And that's
At this point, like honestly, every
not like
time I
it's not
say
like it
something,
hit
it
you.
happens. I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, special power. But yeah, it's just, you know, you just gotta rip them and take as many stocks as you can, especially because it's tournament. The other person's nervous. They're not gonna be ready for those when you know, you create that situation.
Now, it's interesting because Amanda, I think, there was sort of complicating the situation in a really useful way. When Zan is smashing the ball, we know the arc that the ball is going to follow. It's going to follow the same arc as last time.
Right.
And what Amanda is doing is rather than catching it at the first bounce, Amanda will retreat full screen and catch it on the third bounce.
Yeah.
And that essentially means you're sort of creating a huge amount of space for yourself, which she wants to do these crazy demon mix-ups. Oh, and
yeah,
that is
there's
the
a
power
switch
of the
flip
switch
again.
flip.
Yep.
A switch flip you can cancel out of smash, and that's a perfect use case for it.
Right.
Amanda was perfectly poised to cover the smash angle because she forgot to check how much meter switch had.
Oh my god, what a charge shot!
That was
He
really,
just
really
was
strong.
ready for it. Amanda trying to go for a clever setup, and she didn't expect Zan to just be there, charging up a fully charged neutral to just quickly end it, and he got the parry off too.
It's the full screen nuke dropping in.
Oh, nice plays get up there.
Okay.
Okay, totally resetting the pressure here. Amanda definitely getting the leg up in this burst, but
A little bit of spaghetti. What's going
no
on?
parry there. Got to be careful.
And Zan is going to be looking for a grab now.
Oh,
there it is.
yep, there's the
Crossed
lightning
up.
bolt. This lightning bolt setup, I've seen it 1,000 times, and I'll
It's-
see it 1,000 more, I'm
It's
sure.
very, very strong. Okay, here we go. This is still pretty close.
Oh,
that,
okay.
That was a really nice parry. bait
Amanda's
setup.
really trying to play a lot more aggressive now, I can tell.
Wow, look at the control.
I think she's realizing that the closer up she
All right.
gets to Zan,
Huge.
the more unsure of himself he becomes. And I think we're kind of starting to see that now as this game's progressing. Because she's just, like, I know you had said she was going for the third bounce, but honestly,
Ow, that turnaround boom.
yeah, that was crazy. Okay, she's got him in the corner now. He, tried to land in time, but just a little too late.
Amanda had the right idea there.
Yeah.
Not in the right position to do what you need to do.
She had
but-
tried to land before the ball got too far to the left, but unfortunately it was already past her.
And that's the power of playing fast in this game.
Yeah.
Because when your opponent makes mistakes, they have an amount of time to fix it.
And the
in
ball
that
ended up
instance,
getting behind her
It wasn't enough
again.
time. It wasn't
Yeah.
enough time. Okay.
Zan's up 2-1. I
Zan's
think
up
this
2-1.
is, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little surprised.
I mean, this will be an upset if Zan takes it.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's the 3rd seed and the 4th seed here, so this is actually, everything's, you could say, going according to plan. But I would still say, you know, I'm a little surprised to see Zan controlling the match like this. Especially just, you know, with how fast Amanda plays, but I think that kind of goes into the simplification mantra we had talked about earlier, that, you know, it doesn't matter if you hit the ball a million times, it's the one shot that kills them that counts. So.
100%, 100%. And Amanda is going deep into the iPod
Oh, is she?
right
Are,
now.
are we getting the notes?
No, no, no. This
Oh.
is that's an iPod. That's
Oh,
an iPod.
oh, okay.
It's-
We're changing the
I
music.
couldn't see because Amanda has long hair, but I think Amanda's got. Yeah, Amanda's also got music in.
Okay.
And it's right now
There you go.
selecting the perfect track to win
Yeah.
this next match.
Hey, this might be a vibe shift.
Okay.
If,
Well,
if
we're
the
about to
vibes
see.
are on, then the game is on. That's what I will always say. Oh, okay, ripping another charge shot right off the bat. Is he going to go for the switch flip? Oh, he just wants it. He doesn't care.
That switch flip is
Shameless.
so scary defensively.
There it is. Nice. Wow. I was
that was
going to
close.
say nice response from Amanda, but Zan immediately responds back before I can even
That
finish my
jumping button on the
sentence.
parry actually was pretty clever, and it almost looked like she was gonna get out of it, but
Yeah.
not quite.
Oh, okay, they're fighting for it.
That was a really important clash there. Amanda was in a huge amount of trouble if it didn't land.
Yeah.
Wow, nice throw. Great throw.
Zan, honestly, I feel like now it's Zan that's the one that's kind of on the offensive here. He's just getting in Amanda's face, and Amanda was just like, I need you to chill out a little bit. You're kind of being a crazy person right now. I need you to relax a little bit.
Okay. And there's another retreating punt.
Going for a lot of spikes here, I'm noticing. It's very interesting. I actually really like spikes on Switch a lot.
I think they're very good, and they also set up for switch flip in a really nice way.
Yeah, exactly.
Spike into switch flip is a great awkward timing thing that you got to deal with.
Yeah.
Just Gas uses that all the time.
Oh, really? Okay. Another name I haven't heard in a long time.
Just Gas is still doing his thing. Still the best switch around right now.
That's awesome. Best Switch, you said?
Yeah, Just
really?
Gas won Mach 1 with Switch.
Really? Okay. Oh,
great
what
grab. Here we go.
Oh my God! Did you see how? Man, I don't even know if that was intentional, but the way that she spaced that perfectly around Zan was incredible.
I couldn't read that at that speed at all. But Amanda's instincts to stand there were perfect.
Yeah.
It's just the timing was just a little bit off.
For sure. Okay, Amanda just trying to keep the ball away from him at all costs and really doing a great job covering switch.
Dodges the downbump confirmed.
Wow,
Perfect. Yeah,
That's a rough smash for Zan.
That's a free
See how Amanda responds. Oh my God, how are they catching these straights? Okay, goes for the down throw to reset pressure. All right.
Unfortunately.
Oh, he goes with a switch flip there. Okay, I didn't expect that, but yeah, he tries to cover the down angle there, and actually, she picks up and it ends up beating him.
It's really interesting her angle choices because my instinct as a Sonata secondary would be to set up some ball control for a backspike. But actually, she's not really going for it right now.
Oh my God, is he? Wow.
That's what I meant about the jumping bunt.
Yeah.
You jump bunt so that when you get parried, you don't die. But unfortunately, the follow-up wasn't there.
Yeah. And I really like that Zan kind of, he added that extra layer on after he got that parry to then switch flip immediately after to just like, Amanda was already kind of in panic mode, not really sure what to do. And before she could even think about it, Zan had already done something else that was incredibly lethal. All
right, we're going to last stock now.
Oh yeah, all right. This is the set point for Zan. He could get a big win here. Zan gonna get the rematch potentially with Meller, who sent him into losers.
Right.
Okay.
Don't make a mistake.
What a nice bunt response.
Don't die.
There's a switch flip. Oh, okay. Amanda catches it. What a throw! Oh my God, he catches the Sonata special. Okay.
That was really interesting.
Hey.
Zan could have taken the ball there, but was too scared to do it. Actually backed off and let Amanda have it back.
And that might be the I'm about to win this set. That
might be the difference maker.
He's starting to get that thought in his head you were talking about earlier.
Don't get parried. There it is.
Oh, one more chance for Zan here. Okay. Oh, he goes for the wall bunt. He goes for the down throw. He's
Amanda,
pulling out all the stops here. Okay. Yup, early parry.
There it is.
Oh my God. Oh, the down throw.
Wow, huge pop-off.
Zan wasn't ready. He drifted into it, and that's going to be a game 5.
That was an enormous pop-off from Amanda right there.
You can see the players are both absolutely shook about the result of that one.
That was unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy. All right, both players taking a second, understandably, to,
Jesus Christ.
Take a second to breathe.
What am I witnessing right now?
Yeah, I know. And the craziest part is, that wasn't even the end. There's just a whole nother game after that.
Give me another game. I'll take as much as I can get.
All right, where are we going? What's it going to be? Oh, they're going through the Lethal League 1 stages. I don't know about that,
I think they are banning. I've been chatting to all of these players in the top 6 about ban options and stage striking. And it's starting to become a little bit more. For a while, we were an all random game.
Yeah,
right? We don't. But actually, the stages are just so important now that generally, especially when you're at LAN and you're playing for money, you can't be picking around. You got to be stage striking.
I think it's just a good precedent in general. It kind of keeps things more official.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And we're going to Desert here. Desert's one of the smallest stages in the game. Second smallest stages in the game. So they're going to be up close and personal. Getting some parries and faces. A great bun.
I will say we did go to this earlier in the set. I believe Zan won on here already. So this is, it's a good look for him to be able to go back here. But Amanda's starting off strong already, making me eat my words.
Yeah, using the instant ceiling release to really great effect there.
Yeah.
When you do the special into the ceiling, the final beat of the special fires instantly, and so you can get these diagonal mix-ups that come out very, very fast.
Right.
You also have the option of the slow one, so it's a timing mix-up as well.
Right, makes sense. Okay, yep, trying to just stay on top of it, but maybe a little too on top. Zan just trying to find his footing right now. Amanda has full control.
Amanda's ball control is
Oh my god, he can't figure out where it's going. She's just doing everything.
This is training mode, what's happening?
Amanda needs to be really careful here though, because if Zan gets the ball once, all right. I was going to say, if Zan gets the ball even once, she could die immediately. So she needs to be very careful.
And Zan was just running around trying not to die.
Yeah.
And eventually got caught by the special underneath.
And, you know, that's just kind of how it
with
goes.
the parry. Amanda had the perfect read there, because every other time she's been back running and going into crazy control.
Zan trying to do a call out, and he gets called out in the process.
Yeah. You got to be careful with those. It's a big risk.
Okay, goes to the switch flip, but Amanda's already there, and, you know, punishes him for it. Okay, Zan just taking a breather for a sec.
Oh, I thought we were going to make
Oh
it down
my
for
god, the parries are out in full force on game 5. This is looking
Zan sits back in the chair, takes a breath. We've got to lock in now.
I mean, hey, he has to. He has no other choice. This is it. It's do or die now. You know, he had his chance before, but now it's game 5, and
one more hit.
It's
no wall bump.
It's all Amanda. You could even say it's the Amanda show.
And that's it. It's over with the throw.
Wow.
With the throw, I don't think they even know it's over. No, okay.
No, they do.
For a moment, I thought Amanda was waiting for game 6. But they got it.
Game 6.
And it goes 3-2 to Amanda after a pretty huge comeback.
That was a huge comeback, yeah. I mean, hey, that's the Amanda difference. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There we go.
Just throwing up some signs.
Great performance
from Amanda.
And I think Amanda did a really good job of, I mean, I need to know what music she put on going into that set, because something changed up after that point. Her control improved massively. Her setups improved massively. She was finding parries out of nowhere.
Yeah,
her confirms were fantastic. So, yeah, something that happened game 3 going into game 5 seemed to really work for her. And she's going to be advancing into losers finals to go and play against Mela Acapella.
Yeah.
Mela Acapella in losers?
We have a Sonata Ditto, too. That's going to be hype.
I'm very excited for that. We're going to be going to an ad break now, and then we'll be going into losers finals, Amanda versus Mela Acapella, right after this.
Yeah.
Select your character.
Or combo breaker after this.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Join us for EVO in Las Vegas this August and use the code CB25 to get $25 off your ticket this week. From beloved crossovers to 3D fighters, 8 classics return in the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, available now. Discover Tenno's newest drops, releasing for the first time during Combo Breaker, alongside many of your returning favorites at merch.10-o.gg.
Sheldon, we here at Wonderful Pistachios take your concerns about our no-shells ads very seriously.
Uh-huh. Then what's that? Is that how people eat those?
You too! Get in here!
I'm going in.
Welcome back again, everybody, to Lethal League at Combo Breaker 2025. And we got Losers Finals coming up. We got Meller and Amanda. We got a pretty hype Sonata Ditto.
I am so excited for this game. all weekend, Amanda and Mela have been labbing all sorts of crazy, wacky concepts
Yeah,
in Sonata.
you had mentioned that in the previous set as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they've known each other for a long time. They're very good friends. Last night after the crew battle, I went back to the Airbnb that people are staying at, and we listened to harsh noise and drone music until like 3 a.m. hanging out and talking about Lethal League and Sonata strats. And you know, it was fantastic. So these two players are really, really locked in. They are ready to go. I think they both want this. I think Mela probably wants this more. There's a 3-peat on the line here.
Well,
but Amanda could really, really make some waves on this one.
I will say, you know, from my own experience last year, because I know Amanda had kind of underperformed last year, and, you know, she seemed like she was pretty beat up about it, so I definitely think that she wants to make a statement this year that I am this good, and I can make it this far in bracket, and, you know, even go further than what the number says, because she's the 3rd seed, so this is where she's projected to be. But if she can make it
100%.
past this, you know, she
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
surpass expectations
There we
here.
go. Oh, unconfirmed.
And just for clarification, Amanda is the blue Sonata.
Yes. Okay, we're bunting around. We're establishing control. We're getting some screen space.
And this is such an interesting matchup
There
to
we
me
go.
because, you know, we talked earlier about how ball control dominant Sonata is, and once she gets the ball, she's so good at keeping it. But what happens when a ball control demon meets a ball control demon? You know, it's like
Yeah, well, it's who presses parry first.
the unstoppable force doesn't meet an immovable object, but another unstoppable
It's another
force.
unstoppable force. And, you know, at this point, it might come down to micro mechanics. As in, it'll come
Yeah.
down to the player with the more technique on the day, that the player able to just eke that skill a little bit further. And historically speaking, that should be Mela. Mela should be sort of strong favorite to win this, but
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult for Amanda to sort of find moments where, especially in a Ditto where every character has
Yeah.
the same options, find those moments
Right.
where she can sort of eke out an advantage and make the most of it.
Yeah, I definitely think mirror matches in this game can be a bit stressful just because at times it almost feels like there's just
All
some
the bunts.
there's some mental thing about it where it's like, how do I create threats against myself when they can create those threats too? And it's like, how do I do it better than they do?
Yeah, 100%. And, the back spike.
Man, Amanda's struggling to keep up here.
And this is something that Amanda wasn't really using that much in the game against Zan, the back spike spam.
Yeah.
And it's something that Mela really, really likes. So
sure.
that could be the deciding factor. He's been don't get
It
a
is
5-star.
Sonata's most lethal
No 5-star,
angle.
come on.
There it is
come on.
again, even.
Yeah,
Up
big
angle
catch.
and back
Yes,
spike.
there we go. There we
Yeah.
go. We're back on the board.
All right, here we go, Amanda.
And now-
I want to see Amanda at least make a statement here because
100%. And she's got the skill to do it. She is good enough to do it.
Absolutely. And it's really just been, like, the thing is, too, is that, like, I feel like the stock count really doesn't represent, like, how the match has been going at all. Because, like, it's crazy that Meller's up 4-1 right now because Amanda's just been putting up such a fight, but she just can't get the kill.
And you got to be careful going in there because
Yeah.
Sonata, with all this, first of all, Sonata's down angle, really good for ball control, really good for ball hogging. And her jumps give her huge amounts of mobility in the air and sort of allow her to maintain that ball for a long time. When she eventually goes for the parry, she sees Amanda coming in. She's
Yeah.
going to hit the parry button. She's still got control. It's not your turn yet.
Yeah.
It's not your turn.
That's
People
the-
forget this is a turn-taking game. Oh, okay.
Hold the phone.
Okay.
Stop what we're talking about immediately.
So what? Are we saying, is this a admission of defeat? Are we saying, I can't beat it with Sonata, but you know what?
It might be...
Let me go secondaries. I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is just an important change of pace. I think
If I'm
Amanda
being honest,
just-
I think it's the right call
Yeah.
from watching that first game, but we'll have to see.
Well, it's also just Raptor's such a good tournament character because he's just, you know, he's very straightforward, but he's also so deadly.
Oh, the grab.
Wow,
Oh,
nice
my God.
grab there.
Shades of Ripper.
Hey,
Holy.
This could be the start of something. Okay, Amanda, you know, getting aggressive in there, but
the special mix-up.
Meller's telling her to stay back.
So last year, the player Ripper 1-2-3-4 made it all the way to grand finals to fight Mela,
Oh, that's
who is
right. Yeah, what
who
a
is a
run.
Raptor main.
Yeah, shout out
And
to
so
Ripper.
maybe Amanda's trying to channel a bit of that Ripper energy.
Yeah.
She should have brought the grapes on stage. She should have.
I forgot about the grapes.
Ripper was like Naruto running to dinner with us after. It was amazing.
Wow. That's
And I
special.
think she should be doing more of that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, hey, if
Establishing
you gotta
control.
get in character, you gotta commit, you know?
And there's
Oh
a big,
my God.
big parry. Huge
Okay.
parry. Caught bunting. Caught bunted in the wrong place.
Amanda's just trying to get footing anywhere, and it's a struggle. Meller's just so good, man.
Good rising down bunt tech. This is the thing. It's so difficult because when you isolate the sort of ball control and knowledge of the game that Amanda has, she looks like untouchable. And then you watch her against Mela, and Mela's just like all over
There's
this.
just another layer of untouchable. That
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
another layer of unstoppable force.
A little bit mixed there in the corner.
Yeah. Hey,
And it was a
Amanda on the board
smash.
again.
Mela knew where it was going, but couldn't quite get the inputs there in time, and that's all it takes in this game.
Yeah, and I feel like the problem here is
there we go.
Amanda hasn't really had a good time to get like a good Raptor special out, and I feel like, you know, if you can't get Raptor specials out, what, you know, you don't really have much else going for you. That's like the whole threat that he provides.
It's a really powerful aspect of the character.
There it is.
They just keep handing them to you for free.
Hey, what can I say? I love what I do.
It's a great point though. You know, I mean, Raptor has a lot of really great qualities that make him quite strong, and I think people are starting to appreciate his other qualities more in the scene. But that special, formerly the high pinger stinger, this is a low pinger stinger, but it gets some work done.
Honestly, even on land, his special is still terrifying.
I completely agree.
Oh my god, what a grab.
I mean, it's like, compared to other fighting games, it's like a 16-way mix-up, right?
Yeah.
If you put this in any other fighting game, it'd be the most OP move they'd ever seen.
You could argue it's more than 16 because he has timing mix-ups too.
Yeah. Once you start throwing in all those
he can find
options.
multiple ways to differently time the ball to release it. Oh my god.
Okay.
The amount of bunts that
I love that
Meller's
slash
able to pull
animation.
off and still keep the ball in his control.
One more.
It's disgusting.
One more.
All right, what's Amanda's answer? 2 questions have been asked, and Amanda's tried to answer both of them, and we still haven't seen it, but I think she's running it back.
Run it back.
Sticking
We're
to
going
her
back
guns.
To stadium? No, we're not going to stadium.
I think they just keep impulsively hitting rematch.
It's a little bit tricky for me as a commentator because I don't know the stages for Raptor at all. I don't know what he's. I would assume he's pretty good on the taller stages like Room. I think.
Yeah, Room's definitely good for him because it makes his air down angle really strong.
Okay, interesting.
And it doesn't really affect ground down that much. Oh my god, did you see the way Amanda jump
There it
roped
is.
that? Oh,
There it is.
okay.
There it is.
Okay. You know, sometimes
This
you
is how
just
it
take those.
starts.
Sometimes you just take those. Sometimes you just let the ball go and the person just gets hit twice.
Yeah,
Okay, trying to go for the wall bunts.
That's kind of cute. I like it.
Ooh, okay, goes
Alright,
for the bunt from the left. I'm curious about that. That's an interesting choice.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I thought that.
Oh no! Okay, she
How did
caught it.
She caught it. The
Yeah.
instincts are just amazing.
Nice catch. Okay.
Mela needs to find some more bunts here, I think.
I think the problem is that Amanda keeps going for parries, and they
we
just
go.
haven't really been getting anything out of it.
And now we're starting
Because
to see that special used a bit more.
Meller just doesn't really get parried. It's so weird. Like in a
Mela's
game,
spacing is so good.
yeah, and it's just like Amanda keeps throwing out these parries, but she
okay.
loses her special, and then how is she creating the threat?
Could I get a clip of that? Someone in chat, could I get a clip of that bump, please? That bump went under.
It's a special.
That was a crazy
Oh
catch.
my god!
Wow, it happened so fast.
And can we talk about the awareness to immediately like do a turnaround down angle?
Yeah.
I don't think any other angle hits there.
Absolutely.
In
Just knew
such
it.
a split-second moment.
Knew it instantly. There was no hesitation.
Yeah,
It was-
and
it
that
was
was
pre-computed.
that was the jump butt thing you had talked about earlier with the parry too, and she still covered it.
Yes, yeah.
That's a trait that Raptor has that like almost no other character could really cover. Is that even in that situation, he still has the tools to deal with it.
Mela answering back.
Okay.
That drop down
Oh,
parry a minute
cheeky.
ago was really, really nice. Mela's
Oh,
doing
nice
some
turn
moves.
there. Good awareness and
There's a
another parry.
And with 4-1.
Hey.
Amanda's up 4-1 after those last 2 games. Are you
The
kidding
momentum's
me?
shifting.
This is how it starts.
I
This
think
is how it starts.
Amanda's starting to find answers to the Meller question.
Yep. Yeah. She's definitely she's found something.
And
And you know what? Simplify the game.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to simplify the game.
I was actually
And the
just about to
grab.
say that I
One
think
more.
it's really interesting that Amanda's playing a lot more grounded now, and she's
Hold
getting.
on.
Oh my god! But she's starting to, she's starting to get more Raptor specials off because that's what she needs, and she's starting to play more grounded so that the threats that Meller's posing, she can kind of just take a second to position herself and see where she needs to be. Oh, goes to the jump charge there again. There it is. Oh, another
That is it,
special.
and
That's
that's
a
it.
4-stock.
Mela was hanging out at the bottom of the
Oh
stage.
no, it's a 3-stock. 3-stock.
Yeah. A bit being
But-
quite patient. Wait a bit. How can you be patient against that? You're gonna die.
You can't
gonna
be
die.
patient against Raptor. Rookie player, achievement unlocked.
Oh, right. Yo.
That's huge.
100 matches.
I don't think the stream saw it. They just got the achievement for playing 100 games.
And on that note, before this, I want to say shout out to K9 for providing the setup
Oh
today.
my God, what
K9,
a
my
legend.
co-commentator for today, has done an amazing job with this.
Cotio.
Sorry, yes.
I'm your co-commentator.
You're my sorry. Cotio has done an amazing job running this event over the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
And continues to just be such an asset for this scene.
Hey, and
so.
shout outs to you too for holding it down. You've
You're-
been holding
you're
it down
too
in the
kind.
community for such a long time, dude. Like, for real. You guys are doing great things out here.
That's very kind of you.
Of course.
All right, here we go. Amanda's got to bring it back.
All right, slow start. I guess
gonna
we
be
already missed
murder and
Amanda
mayhem.
losing a stock in my heartfelt moment. Hey,
Okay.
the game does not care about emotions. It goes on regardless. Oh, curious idea there with the special. I really love the use of the charge jump to turn herself around. What a play. Meller didn't go for the parry
I
there.
think Meller had to answer with a grab.
Yeah. Or he had to just parry in the first place so Amanda didn't get
Right.
the charge shot
Right,
up there.
right.
but
Yeah.
He just didn't expect her to just rip it like that. And these parries, Amanda's making me eat my words again. Meller's gotten parried like 4 or 5 times in the last 2
Amanda's
games.
found something. Amanda's found something, and it's good.
You know,
Turns out you
I-
just got to channel your inner Ripper. That's
and
the
I gotta
way.
say, shout outs to Amanda for sticking to her guns and sticking with Raptor after that second game because it looked really, really rough. But she decided that she wasn't gonna switch again. Oh my God.
Oh, that was scary.
That angle looked like it went backwards. That was so weird.
Be careful, don't get parried.
Oh, what a grab, okay. Forcing him to spike.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
Oh,
It
nice
should have
catch
happened
on the
that
back spike. Oh,
time.
man.
You know, that's crazy. Mello won the guess 3
Yeah.
times in a row.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's the deciding factor in all of this that brings it all together. Okay, here we go.
Okay, Meller with ball control now. Oh my God, and
Here we
Amanda
go.
sneaks in.
Another
And
really,
he doesn't
really creative
expect
use
it
of
at all.
spike there.
Yeah.
I got to cheer for Amanda now because I need a game 5
Hey,
of this.
I love me an underdog.
Here we go.
And which is so funny to say about the 3rd seed of the tournament, isn't it? Like, man, it's just really a testament to how strong of a player Meller is.
You know, it's interesting that almost every tournament they've ever met at, Mellor's come on top. There's
Yeah.
one tournament I can think at, which is in Milwaukee, the Cream City Convergence tournament that Amanda won.
Yeah.
But it's very unusual for Amanda to be able to take this. So
Yeah.
the fact that she's putting in such a great performance is
hey,
really impressive.
We looked
All right.
away for a second.
Last burst, let's go.
Amanda, this is do or die once again. This is everything. I mean, she's been in this situation before. Just last set even. Can she do it
she's
again?
Panic burst.
Do you think she
Panic-
can do it again? Oh, no.
It's like she lost composure just before the end. She was parrying
Yeah.
in ways, she
The,
was so
the-
close.
The amount of discipline to like change your game plan at the tip of a hat like that is just so admirable. And, you know, congrats to Amanda for getting 3rd. Well earned.
Shout out to Amanda. She's done a huge amount for this community. Always,
Absolutely.
always there on hand to help out, especially at these tournaments.
Yeah.
She
Even
was,
just before this, she was helping K9 get the setup working.
Yeah, she was
to
a
start us off.
co-TO with the 3 of us last year. I was doing a little bit less of it this
Oh.
year, and yeah, really,
Yeah.
really wonderful person.
Meller telling Very Epic to get up here right now.
Summoned to the stage.
I'm ready for you again. You're not stuck in here with me, or I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
And you know what's interesting is Mellor's a very emotional player. I feel like
Yeah.
there are multiple states to Mellor. Sometimes you've got
States.
chilled out Mellor. Sometimes you've got a happy Mellor where you're getting all. And I feel like right now we might be getting angry Mellor. Because
Really?
Mellor shouldn't be here. Mellor knows he shouldn't be here. And
That's
Mellor's
true.
got something to prove right now.
Yeah, and you know, I think it kind of seemed like earlier today I had talked about how Meller felt like he was very zen. I think Very Epic kind of broke that a little
It was
bit.
that point. It was the point.
Yeah.
Get up here.
Yeah, and we're seeing a mix of colors here for sure. So I'm very curious to see if Very Epic can hold this down and clutch out a combo breaker. I mean, we're already in grand finals.
I'm really interested to know what Very Epic has been up to for the past 40 minutes. Because he just seems to go into a fugitive state. You know,
Yeah.
just zen out, zone out everything, and focus on the game.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that.
Oh no! You can't be doing that right before grand finals. No way.
That's crazy.
Okay, and he wins rocks paper.
That's
He's in his
filthy.
head.
That's
He's in his head.
grimy.
Oh my God, he's in his head. That's not a good sign for going into grands.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna say before the mix-up of the century just happened. I was gonna say Epic has studied this so much. Epic kind of had a pretty good idea that this was coming.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't Mello, it was going to be Amanda. So knew that he needed to be studying the Sonata matchup as much as possible. I know he's been talking to Curb, who's another very, very proficient Nitro main.
Right.
Arguably, you know, sort of one of the best in the whole game. And they've been doing a ton of work together to try and work out this matchup.
Wow, okay. I honestly, one of my favorite things, just seeing people like of the same character working together, trying to just push the game further above all else. I think that's, you know, really the most respectable thing is just keep it, that's like building a sense of community, you know? It's so cool that like people can bond over that.
100%. It's one of the nicest things about this game.
Yeah.
We don't, but the thing is, we don't gatekeep this information. Right, this
Good.
is, we talk about it and we get
I've
it
seen
and we
too
learn
much
about the game.
stuff like that happen in the past. Not necessarily with this game, but just like in general. And it's just like, it's so good to see people being willing to just like, you know, even sacrifice maybe a little like personal advantage for the sake of like pushing the game as a whole forward. Because like,
absolutely.
you know, like a lot of people in the past.
What was that?
Wow.
What was that? That looked like a
Wow.
jump frame. I need a
think
clip
it
of that
was.
for sure.
I think it was.
When characters land in this game, they go into like a crouch animation with a smaller
Yeah.
hitbox. It looked like it almost like ducked it somehow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was. Oh, there are also bounce frames. So the ball
Right.
becomes intangible every time
Yes.
it hits a. It's only for 4 frames, but in this game, we are like so frame perfect in this game sometimes.
Yeah.
And it
Hey,
matters.
when especially when it's a situation like that with like a straight ball, the frames, like one frame can mean whether you live or die, straight up.
Okay.
Like, it makes such a world of difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay.
Oh my God, he just saved. Very epic there.
What are you doing? Epic. There's been so many
Okay.
opportunities.
Oh, goes for the grab again. We're gonna start seeing patterns from winners finals here.
Epic likes a good grab.
Yeah.
Epic likes a grab.
Yeah, I
And
respect
you know
it.
what? I think Epic is one of the better uses of it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Epic's got those zoomer reactions.
Oh yeah.
Epic is one of the fastest reacting players up there with Arcadia in the
Yeah.
game when it comes to seeing the flashlight and mashing that button. Always aware of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, Mella's gonna look out to close game 1 here. Getting the parry, easy confirm. And
Oh, goes for the neutral get up and yeah.
lawnmower on the ground.
Yeah.
You know why we call it a lawnmower?
A lawnmower?
Yeah.
Cutting the
'Cause-
grass?
Because they're gonna
Yeah.
put it in the lawnmower.
You're chopping their legs off, right underneath them. Man, I've never heard that one before. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I've never
okay.
heard the lawnmower.
I
That's
was
a
gonna
good
say, I
one. I
thought it
like
might-
that.
It's not a super new, but I was, fun one to talk
Honestly, even if you're just making it up just now for the first time, hey, I'm down.
about. All right, we're going in. I promise it's real. Now we're going on to Elevator. Elevator, a controversial stage because it's long. It's so long.
Wasn't
People-
Elevator banned at one point?
Not that I know of, but it's generally very unpopular.
Okay.
There is a there's a sticker in the Lethally Play Stadium Discord that says "All my homies hate Elevator." It's that.
Okay,
And
that's
it
pretty
gets
good.
posted all the time. People
Yeah.
hate this stage.
That's so funny.
But I guess
I've
at this
never had a
point,
problem with this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy for not feeling that strongly about the stages. I just like playing.
Well, they're obviously both okay with it. It's generally been more controversial in the past. I know for a fact that Epic does not want to go to pool. Epic doesn't want to go to pool, and
Yeah.
Epic doesn't want to go to room desperately
Yes.
because they're so tall and Nitro
Right.
just can't jump.
Especially against Sonata, that is like the worst thing you can do.
But I think maybe Elevator's okay, kind of okay for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes
The grab, nice
wow,
grab.
nice.
One
I
more?
think for both of these characters, because you know, these characters have very similar angle spreads, so they kind of create
No cuff.
somewhat similar threats, despite how different they are in like pretty much every other aspect. But the thing about Elevator is that it actually kind of weakens the up angle and the back spike threats a little
Right,
bit because
right,
you have
right.
so much more time before it actually gets over
Nice
to you.
parry.
Because that's kind of most of the mix-up that Sonata provides, especially,
yeah.
but also Nitro to an extent. So I do think this is a pretty good stage for Epic, though.
And he's
Wow.
caught it. I think he caught him bunting.
Yeah.
I think he got parried off of the bunt there, which is, I mean, that's That's so dangerous.
Yeah. Like, Meller really just, like, he loves
Nice.
being up in, like, the center middle of the screen, and then he kind of just lands on you when you least expect it.
He's just eating parries.
Yeah.
Where's the parios?
Where's the grabs, man? We gotta see more grabs. As soon as he stopped grabbing, Meller started parrying more.
I think the thing is, Epic will adapt to this. Epic will know this, and
Yeah.
Epic will be adapting.
And hey, if you're, you know, it's grand finals. He is the one that's allowed to adapt here. That's his advantage that he won by winning winners finals.
That being said, we're 2 games into into grand finals already.
Meller still has to win 4 more.
There's you know, you have a
But-
limited amount of time to
Yeah.
adapt in this game.
You-
These are relatively
you're-
short sets, especially compared to some of the games we saw earlier today. You know, the games can last 5, 6, 7 minutes per game in a best
Yeah.
of 5. I mean, how often does a Lethal League game go past like 2 minutes?
Yeah, no,
It's
this
so
game is
fast-paced.
so fast. And, you know, that definitely, it starts to fly by, and all of a sudden now, you know, it's set 2, and he's up 2-0, and it's like, where did it all go? What happened?
How did it all go wrong?
Yeah. It's like everything fell apart so quickly before I even had time to blink.
Oh, that was
Oh,
a
he went for
really
a
nice use of
spike
special.
there.
That use of special was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Mello was guaranteed to give the ball away. Was
Yeah.
able to use special in the sort of perfect special beat configuration to make sure that they maintain ball control and turn it into a kill.
Yeah. And,
Low spike. Low spike is good. Because also, this is one of the things that the rising spike, the back spike is really strong, but it goes up. It's quite hard to hit people on the ground,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you've got to get it really low to make that work. And if you hit the ground, you become super, like you have a lot of hit lag.
Nice. Okay. There's a
one
parry.
more.
We got the cuff.
I thought
yep, there
I
it
thought
is.
we were going to get a wall trap there for a second,
And,
but
hey, this is what I was talking about earlier. Nitro against a knockdown opponent is so strong.
Yep.
That cuff like creates so many mix-ups.
it's really, really strong. You know, Sonata's no slouch when it comes to this stuff as well.
There's another grab. The one time he doesn't parry, he got all those parries
The
last
one
game, and he
time.
throws out the grab, and Meller's just like, yeah, no, I don't care.
But we're starting. I mean, Epic isn't the only person who can adapt.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Nice
there it is.
parry.
Big
Okay.
parry, big parry.
Keep it respectable.
Epic knows what's going on.
Hey, it's this old tie
Epic
match,
knows.
you know? Set's not over.
Nice.
A lot of half cuffs that Epic's going for. I guess that's probably more standard, but okay, that Blaze
The
get
half
covers
cuff
the
is
grab.
really, really strong. It just
Yeah. Wow, what confidence to go for a
One
charge
more,
shot
one
on
more,
that
one more.
straight there.
don't mess up. Stay alive. That
Oh,
was,
he's
that was
spamming air
scary.
turns trying to be like, what direction am I gotta go? Where am I
Oh,
facing?
parry bait round the world. Parry bait drops all the way to the ground, turns
Yeah.
around, and slams that ball home.
That's the nice thing about Nitro.
On the taunt.
He falls like a, well, he
One
died.
more stock. Here
He
we go.
falls like a rock though.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
his fall speed's so quick that it just, he can get down there so quickly, and it's just when you
That's
least
it.
expect it.
He's
And just
dead.
a simple up angle, you know?
Half cuff up angle.
Simplify.
Does it simplifies it? Simplifies. You don't need to
Simplify.
bunt at it. You don't need to bunt into that into 17 more bunts.
Yeah.
Let it rip. Sometimes you got to let the ball rip. It's
Absolutely.
a projectile fighting game. Start shooting projectiles.
Are they running it back? No,
Nah, no,
okay.
no, no.
They just hit the rematch button. All right, where's
Epic doesn't want to get over.
It's Meller's choice for stage now.
Take it to pool. Take
Is
it
he
to
going
pool.
to take him to something
Oh,
like
no,
pool? Or?
he can't because there's 3 bans.
There's
so-
bans, okay.
Yeah, when he gets 3 bans. What?
Wow.
Okay. I guess
Well.
not. I guess we're playing pool. I'm very, very surprised that Epic is letting this happen. But
It's possible they might not know the counter-picking rules, but I'm not sure. But either way, he's here, so, you know.
I
this
saw
is,
earlier, Epic has like a tier maker list of the stages,
Hmm.
and in the bottom tier it's called must ban, and there's pool. Pool
Wow.
is in the must ban.
Yeah,
so
maybe he didn't realize that he got a
But
ban or something for
maybe,
winning.
Maybe in the adaptation that's happening here, he's bouncing because he's already a stock up.
Yeah.
So quick.
I mean, hey, if he can win on
Oh,
pool, that's a
okay.
statement.
Off
But yeah,
the
this is
angle
going to be
again,
tough
doesn't
because
get it.
Nitro can't even get to the top of the stage with a double jump. Oh, he doesn't know where it's going. He's
free
got to
ball.
smash. He's got to risk it. Nice coverage on the up angle there.
Great catch. Here we go.
Oh,
too close.
too close.
Too close.
Miss space just a
The problem
tiny
is,
bit.
if you stand too far back, you give Mela more time to catch the ball
Yeah.
and turn it into another mix-up.
Exactly, yeah. Because if you bunt it when you're standing that far away, then Miller could potentially
Nice
hit it
parry.
again. He could bunt steal and then just kill you that way instead.
Hmm.
Wow, he dodged that? That was wild. Okay, nice control by Very Epic here.
Oh, going for a frame trap there.
Early parry. Yep, he's going to get that for free.
And that frame trap is putting the execution onus onto Mela because Mela has
Yeah.
to hit that frame. It's not really a true frame trap, but there is but as in, it gives you a very small window to defend.
This burst really has been the battle of the
Oh,
up
okay.
angles, but
for
it's not
another
going to be an
grab.
up angle that ends it, though.
No. We go for another grab, but Epic's making those adaptations and trying to grab just a little bit more. And you know,
Yeah.
I think in the long run, it's probably going to pay off.
Oh, what a mix-up. Nice spike there.
Another-
Forward spike. You don't see that too often.
Well, that's the forward spike timing mix-up that got him into
Yeah.
grand finals in the first place.
True. I forgot about that. You're right. Good callback.
Oh, thank you. I've been paying attention. I know.
Yeah, more than I have, apparently.
Oh, good confirm.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to regain control.
Okay,
as
this
fast
back
as
spike he's
possible.
covering. Nice. Oh, wow. That was
Oh.
actually interesting because the way that he hit the ground and then re-jumped on the charge so that he was still low enough to catch Meller.
It was really nice. Really nice use.
Uh-oh, here's the cuff. What's he going to do? He's threatening to keep the ball right above him. Oh, goes for the
And
grab.
the special goes upwards, bounces off the top.
So there's a really interesting thing with I believe it's switch Candyman and Sonata, where it's actually usually better to go for grabs off of like hit lag, because if they parry or special, you can just grab it immediately. Like you can grab Sonata special.
Yeah. Okay.
And that doesn't work on every character, but it usually means that, like, if you want to think of it in, like, a gambling sort of way, that there's
was
a
crazy
2/3
catch.
chance your grab will work. But if he doesn't pick anything, you know, it kind of makes them more scared to parry, in a way. Because grab is so much more strong because it has a whole nother option it can cover.
I just want to say, I nearly jumped out my seat when Epic caught that ball from under him.
Oh my God.
Oh, the water bottle nearly went flying.
I love the way he just walked up to him when he was knocked down like that.
Epic's
Just
got
like,
one more.
You all right over there, bud?
Mello wants the reset so bad. Oh, wow, what a catch.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Recontrol.
Okay.
He's cut right. Where's the cup? There
Oh,
it is.
he
Cuff
jumped
to
into
the
it.
face.
He didn't get the swing in time. He was still in his jump
That's it.
animation.
One more to go. This is it. Burst 9. We go Burst 9 game 4.
Yeah.
Epic's trying to close out. Epic,
Oh, the butt steal. Oh
Epic
my
doesn't want to
God.
reset. Epic doesn't
Meller's
want
in
to
a
reset.
bad spot.
The wall trap. The wall
That-
trap. Oh my God. I didn't think that at all. I didn't think he was going to go for
That
it.
first down bunt was everything because it put Meller in such a bad spot that he had no idea how to get out of the corner there, and he just bunted into the wall and he wasn't ready.
Mella's head is in their hands.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be thinking hard about that one because this now, you know, now he's in threat of losing the whole thing. He doesn't even get a second shot.
Yeah. Mella's going to try and find it. You know what? The game before
wow.
has got 10 games of grand finals. I want them as well. Give me a reset right
You're
now.
in it for the long haul, huh?
I'm in it.
You're in it for a long time, not a good time.
Absolutely. Oh, I'd like both. but-
Both is fun.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, Epic already getting off to a very, very strong start.
Yeah,
Taking
the
that
stock
first-
lead in the final game, that's huge.
Okay.
And he's
Oh,
been
set it
controlling
up.
the pace so hard here too. Oh my God.
And this is where Epic is feeling himself right now. I just looked at him nod his head after that parry hit.
He's
He is
pumping himself
feeling
up. He's
himself.
like, this is it. But hey, we said this last set too. Last set you said he was scared of I could lose this, but now it's I could win this, and that's just as much of a kiss of death as saying I could lose this is. It's just having expectations. What a grab!
Oh my God. That was actually just.
Oh, but no,
okay.
you can't. Yeah, you have to do the
Oh, there it
turnaround
is.
grab there to get it out of the wall.
Finds the parry.
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe.
This is 5-stock pace right
This is
now.
3-stock. We might get a 5-stock. We might turn around. Forget a game 10. We might get a 5-stock.
Meller's got to make something. Okay, that's something. I was going to say he's got to make something happen. That's something.
Answers back. There's a lot of ground movement.
They're both just eyeing each other very carefully. Who's going to make the first
little bit
move?
scary.
It's not going to be me. I want it to be you, so I can win.
That was a really terrifying bump right there. That could have gone. Horribly wrong.
Oh, nice catch by Meller. Oh, he didn't get it. He wasn't ready for the
Free ball.
forward spike there.
I don't know how that smash hit, but sure.
I don't either. Oh my God! It was
there.
so close.
Yeah. You don't want to dive that down back won't connect.
Okay, Meller in good position here. Oh, he goes for the grab there.
I love the grab there.
I think he tried to read a
the
special.
psychological
oh no, he didn't have
damage.
special. He
The
tried to read parry.
psychological damage would have been enormous.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wasn't ready for that one. Comes the cuff.
Okay.
Okay, early parry. Meller just going to stay back and, keep it simple. What a charge.
They're both playing out their minds right now.
I know. This is so intense. The double throw.
Finds it.
Oh,
there it is.
yeah.
There's the doubt. There's the doubt setting in. It's getting scary.
It's a tie game. Now, this is 3 unanswered stocks by Very Epic and 3 unanswered stocks by Meller.
Yeah. And
Epic's he's got to keep the pattern going if he wants to win this.
they both want it so bad. They both want it so bad.
Wow, what a read on the angle there by Very Epic. That was crazy.
I can promise you, neither of these players are thinking about money right now.
Oh my
They
God! And he
want the
instant-
glory.
He was mashing that.
And there's the parry. There's four in a row.
Oh my God.
4 in a row.
4 in a row. Is he
For
gonna
glory, for the reset.
Is he gonna
for the reset.
5-stock him?
Reverse
to reset the
5-stock?
bracket?
Reverse 5-stock.
No, dude.
It could happen. It could happen.
Oh my God! 5 straight. Meller standing up out of the seat. We have a reset pop off. You don't get too many of those. Only Meller. Oh man, he's
yeah.
pumped. Hey, buddy, sit back down. You got another set to
We
play.
are
We're not
so
done
bad.
here. Look at the look on Very Epic's face. He's
beautiful.
excited.
Shout out to the crowd. By the way, a lot of people went home. There was a big crowd here for Street Fighter, and they went to go get dinner. We
Yeah.
ended up running a little bit late because of technical issues.
Very late,
But the
yeah.
people still here. They are the real ones.
Man.
And you know what? You got to put on a show. You got to
Yeah,
put on a show for
absolutely.
the people who stuck around to the bitter end, ready to see some of the most hyped gameplay at all of Combo Breaker.
Absolutely.
All of Combo Breaker.
All of Combo Breaker.
What more can I say? It's the proof is in front of you.
Honestly, I respect it. That's a bold claim, but I respect it. You know, but
They'll kill me for that. It's true. It's true.
yeah, absolutely. Shout outs to the crowd. Hey, they've been showing up too. I've been hearing them this entire time.
It's been really loud.
They're absolutely ecstatic for the show that these players have been putting on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we're getting into it. They're doing a little bit of.
I think they're just doing striking again for the next set.
Trying to work out where to go, but there's been some really interesting stage selections. They go to elevator.
Okay, elevator again. That makes sense. I mean, they got a lot more information this set to play with to decide where they want to go. So
Yes, and this is where I love game. Oh, okay, a little bit of. We got.
Oh my God! Did you see how quick that was?
It's rapid.
And he was ready to turn there and everything too. That's
They are-
crazy.
These players, the players are just so technical now at the top level of this game. I mean, the difference between the top level and the sort of aspiring to top level is
Yeah.
there's a bit of a void forming between some of these players as they're getting just so unbelievably proficient.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, we got Meller. He
Fantastic
did a
turnaround.
repeat of the last game with that first burst, and he's looking to just keep the momentum going.
There
Those
it
5
is,
straight
overcut.
stocks, but very epic, ending the streak of 6 straight stocks from Meller.
I'm really impressed with Epic's ground movement there. Saw the parry coming, and with a fraction of a second, walks forward, pivot turns, and gets the swing. Able to convert it. Here we go.
Full hold parry. I respect it. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the back spike, but it's elevator, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about with elevator. That reduces the threat. He had so much more time to think about
Oh,
where that
another-
ball. He
another-
saved
dodge
him
it, dodge
again.
it. Yeah, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there.
He got away with it this time.
He missed the throw.
You can't keep doing that, Meller. Don't make the same mistake twice, buddy.
You know, it actually sort of worked out nicely, as in missing that grab, then set up a mix that was able to get
True.
the kill. So it actually worked out in
Would-
Meller's favor here.
I don't know if you remember. Would he have died from the initial throw? No, right?
I don't think so, no, because I think Epic was on full.
Okay, gotcha.
But I might be wrong.
Right. It's always a set amount of damage if it's a grab parry.
Throw in the corner. I thought
Wow.
we might get a bunt wall trap there, but actually the throw timing mix up. Epic is really there's something, and I go for the setup spot a lot against Epic, and he's really good at responding to them.
Yeah.
As in just unbelievably like aware of his surroundings and seeing what's going on. And actually Meller using the timing mix up to his advantage and making it
Yeah.
work.
Oh
Wow,
man,
Danica
he
headshot.
very epic's getting caught a lot by those down angles too. Like Meller keeps getting right in his face and just sending a down angle right at his head, and Epic just hasn't been able to respond.
Good
And
parry.
he's just gonna keep doing it. He's just gonna say, "You have to respond to this, or I'm just gonna win."
Oh, scary. Here
yeah, a
we
little
go.
bit.
Okay, and now we got the cuff.
Oh, nice turn there. Yep.
Great use of
Good coverage on
great-
the angle.
Yeah, really great coverage. You can't.
Oh my God, he almost drifted right
You
into
can't
that.
cover like that unless you are, good enough to hit those frames.
Yeah. Meller kind of just sitting back a little bit and seeing how Epic responds. He's kind of
Oh,
letting him build up the
no.
ball speed a little bit. Another
Oh,
down
no,
throw.
do it again.
Oh, is he gonna wall bunt it? Oh! Epic said, "You gotta
would've
you gotta
been
chill out, man. You're getting a little too happy here.
I mean, Meller's still in a very good position.
You've
Good-
been having a
may-
little
mi-
bit too much fun these last
Might
few
go for
games."
the might go for the special cheese here. Epic has to be very careful not to get
Yeah.
cheesed out. There's no health recovery
Another
in this game.
grabs an eye.
Guess one
Okay.
Guess one more. Epic can bring this back.
Yep. He's got two. He has to
The
take
grab
2 whole
slammer.
stocks without getting hit at low speed though.
And Sonata's special is pretty good for coming up with some very scary
Yeah.
cheese.
Oh my God! That. Oh, he
finds
jumped
it.
into it.
Nice
He
jump.
wasn't ready for where it was going.
Really great use of power, and we're back. We're back to even.
Yeah.
All Epic has
He's
to
still
do is
gotta
not
be
get,
careful
don't get
low
cheese.
speed,
Don't
though.
get cheese. Don't get cheese. Don't get cheese. Chill.
And you see Meller actually throwing the ball down. He's trying to keep it low speed
Okay,
so
we're
that he
back.
doesn't die.
We're
but-
high speed now.
Yep.
It's next hit takes it.
This is it. This is do or die. Oh, he gives him the ball. Up angle into the cuff. Okay.
That was a really great
Oh,
feedback.
the forward spike again.
Epic had the right idea.
Forward spike.
That fade back for defense was so good.
Yeah.
And then gets caught by the time it mix up.
Yeah. And that, man, forward spike has just been paying so many dividends for Meller this set. You'd think it would be back spike, but forward spike.
They know more than I do.
That's
To
the
be fair,
problem. Is
I-
it's like chess. It's the threat. It's not the actual action of doing it. with the back spike, where you keep thinking that he's going to do it, and it's so scary, even on elevators.
Often it's the threat that it even exists that makes the other angle so menacing.
Exactly. Because, you know, forward spike, it's kind of pretty similar to down angle. It's not really anything too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the sort of running joke in the community is that Sonata only has 3 angles, because so many of them are so similar, but
yeah.
And yet she performs.
But, you know, it's really, when you have some of the best mobility, it's really all you need. Full hold parry? Okay.
Great.
Oh,
great
he tried to
spacing.
jump to catch down
Great
angle
spacing.
there.
Drops it.
Wow, okay. Yeah, simple. I love it.
Gotta keep it simple.
Yep. All right, Epic starting out with a good lead here. And, yeah, I mean,
A little jump, little hop.
Meller probably feeling good so far, but he's gotta keep it up, because
Wow.
this is his last
cool.
chance.
Cool. You gotta be more careful. Every stock matters here. Every burst matters.
Absolutely. Oh, nice bunt steal there.
Oh, able to get a
Okay.
huge amount of distance off the cuff there.
Oh my God, the
Throw.
wall bunts are stressing me out so much in the parry.
Oh, Epic, you're so good at grabbing.
Oh, Epic scratching his chin right now, trying to think about what just happened.
Very good ground control. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. There's not
Excellent
much you can do
patience.
there. There's something you can do there though.
Excellent patience. It's how the saying goes. Jesus waited 3 days to rise, so should you. A very intelligent man once said that.
I don't know if you've got 3 days to wait in a set like this. Might be
that patience does make a massive difference when it comes to just staying alive, not falling
true.
for those traps that are basically been set out in front of you.
All right, well, where's the cuff going? We know he's gonna cuff, but it's a matter of where. Oh, he's. Oh my God, the turn
save.
on the wall bunt.
Yeah,
Amazing awareness.
This is what I mean by the awareness. So many players would have died there, and yeah, somehow Epic
forward
is still
spike mix up
alive.
again. Forward spike mix up once again, and he's up 4-1.
Up 4-1. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got
okay.
power.
There's the parry.
But we
Oh,
know-
the whiff strats. We love the
Miller
whiff
is capable
strats.
of
Nice
doing that.
grab.
Great, huge grab.
There's the cuff. Oh, and he
Up angle.
catches his feet.
Up angle was so smart there.
Yeah. Meller trying to do the usual thing he does where he's hovering in that, like, you know, top middle part of the screen to fall down on him with something scary, and he just caught him before he could even do it. He wasn't ready for it. And we're 1-1 now.
We are 1-1. Games, sixth game of the stream.
Yeah.
8th game of the set. Grand
true. Good-
finals.
hey, good math.
Reset. Yeah, you can see my brain whirring just for a little bit.
Hey, you
I
know,
have
we've
a
been through
I
a
have
lot
a degree,
today,
by
too.
the way. You know,
We've been through a lot today, too. You know, it's been a rough day. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. You can probably tell.
it's hard not to when you're watching games that are
Hey,
as hype as this.
I'm willing to sacrifice my voice for the cause. Absolutely. But,
Okay,
hey, here we go. Game 3. We got Meller up first stock.
So I've been finding interesting. Epic's been keeping the serves really simple. Just
Yeah.
keeping smashes on the serve, establishing really some very basic control. I feel like Meller's often a little bit more elaborate.
Oh, okay. Love that turnaround throw from the wall. Big fan of that. Oh, a little early swing
Ends up
there. He
getting-
wasn't totally sure where that angle was
Yeah, just got a
going.
little bit stuck there.
It's a little weird. Her down angle on streets.
Yeah.
A little strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice straight
that
there.
That was cute. That was
Yeah,
nice.
timing mix up. Nothing crazy.
Nice corpse juggle. All right, we're going in.
All right, we got the players starting to play a little bit further apart from each other, I'm noticing, too, which is really interesting. They were so on top of each other during Winners Finals and even the first set of Grands. And it might be, you know, they're starting to get a little tired, too.
Epic did a really great job of running out the corner there, recognizing the corner was now a threatening place to be
Yeah.
and needed to escape. Oh, I thought we were going to see a grab.
Oh. Oh, my God, the turnaround bunt?
And then the APM just hits like
Yeah.
ridiculous levels.
Oh, nice jump charge. Okay, good land with the spike.
Oh, no,
he
turned the
was
wrong
facing
way.
the wrong way, and he wanted that grab.
Oh, confirmed.
That's huge.
Cuff, confirm.
Epic's pumping himself up over here.
Epic's looking so
I
pumped.
keep checking the player cam every few minutes.
I should
seeing
say
the
that
expressions.
Epic also has headphones on right now, and Mela doesn't. Epic is vibing out to something, trying to channel some energy.
Yeah.
But Mela's in it.
Oh.
Mela's in it for the love of the crowd.
Epic doing such a good job of just keeping the ball. He's like matching the level of ball control that Meller is
Wow, that
threatening
was
to.
so fast. That was so rapid.
Oh, nice steal there. He knew he was going to down throw. He wants that speed low, but it's too late now. We're going full speed ahead.
Oh, I can't believe that hit from behind.
I know.
That wrapped all the way around.
Yeah, that was like the worst place for it to end up too. It's so unfortunate.
Okay. Okay, we take it mid-screen.
Oh, and that's
Trunk
gonna be
parry.
it.
Trunk
That's,
parry.
that's game
And the
3.
confirm.
Meller
Close
on
out.
tournament
And
point.
somehow Meller is ahead. Meller is
I
ahead
know.
for. Is this the first time in the set that Meller's been ahead?
Do you remember about like, I want to say like 6 games ago or so, where I had said, before you know it, it's going to be 2-0 in the second set? It's not quite that, but
I mean, time flies.
here we are.
Time flies when you have.
We're here now. Just like that. Snap of your fingers.
No.
And
Epic. I
yeah,
think it's
Meller's now 1 game away from winning Combo
It's
Breaker.
Epic stage pick, and Epic is feeling the pool.
Apparently.
I
That's bold.
need some info on this.
Yeah,
after the
I want to
final.
hear about this after.
We're gonna hit up the Portillos, and I'm gonna find out all about this tag. I'm telling you. Great use of cuff to punish on the ground there. We don't quite have well, I guess we do have OTG if you lie there enough. But, using the cuff to sort of keep the pressure up on a opponent. Some might call it Okizeme.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
might call it Okizeme.
Okay.
We got it in this game.
Now I'm curious, has Meller been changing skins every single game? Or was it just this? Was this the first skin
I can't
change?
remember.
Because he was not rocking the Diva Sonata or like Jazzy Sonata, whatever the skin's called.
I
But
don't know. I think this might be the skin that
Oh.
Cactus uses as well.
that was so
It might be- it might
interesting.
be a-
Meller
might be a
actually
callback.
he directed the ball forward, backward, forward, but Epic actually had time to respond there. But for somehow he didn't end up getting it in time.
The raw reactions were so fast.
Yeah.
Miller just like heard the sound effect and pressed the button. That's how you did it.
Ooh, straight down there to reset control. He kind of
That's
threw Epic off there a little bit
fantastic.
too.
Amazing catch. Amazing spacing.
Oh, what a response from Epic. Wow, yeah, and that's the pool loop.
Knew exactly where it was going.
Yeah. That's the pool angles there. That's
They
that
know
might
these
be why he
rotations
wanted
so
it.
well. Yeah, yeah. You might
Up
be
angle
right.
loops really weirdly on pool.
Okay.
Oh
jumping
no.
forward.
That's a repeat of last game too. We saw that same thing happen.
Meller is good enough that he's not going to drop those. Meller's trying to close out this entire set right now.
He could just end it right now.
Okay, we're trying to find some control.
He's just
Using
trying
the
to
cuff.
he's just trying to feel Meller out right now. He's just not doing anything too crazy.
Doesn't fall for it.
He wants to see how Meller's going to respond to some of the threats he's posing.
drops it all, drops it all.
Oh,
Meller drops
just
it
like
all
that,
and gives up a free
yeah.
stock. It's
Yeah.
a charity stock, you
That's
know?
a charity
and now we
stock.
go 2-2, 2-1 Grand Finals reset.
There's
Combo
no,
breaker.
There's no room for
2025.
charity in grand finals.
No freebies.
Oh,
finds the
no.
spike.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the low speed.
Here we
Meller
go.
wants to keep it low speed when he's at high health like
And
this.
Epic is on tournament stock right now.
Okay, yeah, he
Front
gets
up,
the
front
free
up.
30.
We're gonna.
Minecraft Steve, he's Minecraft Steving him right now.
This is like super high APM Minecraft, dude. This is terrifying. And there's another.
Oh my! Oh, he gets the.
no.
Oh, he didn't have an angle. Nitro
didn't-
doesn't have an angle that can cover that spacing there to kill him.
That's
He
so
had a free
tragic.
kill.
That's the most Nitro moment I've ever seen. Oh, and
but he
finds
get
it on the back.
The
finds
up
it on the
angle
back.
again. He's getting
And this is
benefit
it.
out of pool.
They're both
All right.
pumped up.
It's time. Everything's on the table
Are we
now.
gonna
What's it
see
gonna
it?
be?
Are we going to see the red Nitro bringing it home? Or are we going to see
What a
Meller
grab!
bringing it?
Oh, the back spike.
Back spike. Time
Oh
to
no, he misses it. He catches it though.
Oh, that's
That's
it!
That's it. No signal.
Oh, that was a desk slam for Meller. Very brief to cut the signal out. Somehow that spike
my
confirms
goodness.
and makes it happen. Gets the kill. 2-2.
It's 2-2. Game 5. Grand finals,
This is
set
literally
2.
the best
This is
case
it.
scenario for
This
me.
is everything.
I'm so happy to see
This
this.
is Combo Breaker.
Oh, I got to breathe for a second. Let me grab some water.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, no better time.
Okay.
What's going to be our final
Where
stage
do we
for the
go next?
night?
We don't run DSR in this tournament, so there's as you can go back to a stage if you've won on it already. There's just the free bans. We don't know what Meller is banning. We do know that Pool was. Oh, they're going to elevate it again. Oh, hell yeah!
Elevator for the final
let's
game.
do it. This is for all. This is for everything.
That's for everything.
All the glory, all the money.
Most of the money. More of the money than the other guy gets.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Oh,
okay, and
no.
Parry extension off the
Parry
start.
extension, yeah. That's the problem with that's like kind of the risk of using bunt in a situation like that versus swing, right? Because if he swung there, he would have covered it.
Yeah, because you end up getting the second hitbox when you
Yeah.
release. Yeah, for sure.
Swing has a much longer hitbox, but it's much less rewarding. So you kind of have
yes.
to measure that. Okay.
Oh, found it.
All right, we're getting.
Oh,
there it
there's
is.
the bait. There's
That's
the bait.
That's the bait.
That's the bait
yeah.
I was talking about earlier, and he missed it, and he goes for it again.
Yeah.
In game 10.
In game
10, and he's hitting them.
That's what it is.
This
It's,
is when you
eventually the mix-ups wrap
This is
back
when you
around
need
at
to
the
hit
beginning.
them. Epic does need to be careful not to be chipped out here.
Yeah.
You can't be losing half a stock before the match has even started.
And you know that's kind of why Meller's
Oh, up
playing
ankle
a little
catches.
slower right now. Is
Up ankle catches.
he's kind of trying to feel him out and see if he can get any.
He gets the parry. Parry
Yeah.
goes underneath, comes back and hits. On elevator, that might not always confirm at lower speed.
Yeah.
But we were just high enough speed to make it happen.
Yeah, that was very close. You got to be careful on this big stage. Oh, the
bringing it
Sonata
back.
special. He wasn't ready.
Bringing it back.
Hey,
3
it's still
stocks
an
apiece.
even game.
3 stocks apiece. Last 3. These are the big 3
We
stocks.
have no idea where we're going to be in a few minutes from now.
I
It's
don't
all
know.
over.
I can't wait to find out.
I know.
You gotta be okay. Great.
Oh, the forward spike
Oh,
again.
No, Mello was bunted the wrong way, and the timing was off.
The forward spikes have been coming out tonight in full swing from both players. Oh, the down throw. Okay, interesting. Oh, he's got the full hold parry. He threw him off. Oh, no.
Oh, there's the exact same. That's the
That was
exact same
basically the
bait.
same punish,
It's
yeah.
the same bait.
And once again, we're back to even.
And we go back to 2-2.
I think we might be going to a last stock situation. Never know.
Here we go.
Epic
Epic's
trying
playing
to-
way more safe. You
Yeah.
can't drop the ball if you're going to do that, though.
They're both so worried now about how this is going to end. Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
again!
Epic,
The
okay.
Blaze get-ups.
Epic, lock in right now.
Oh,
You got to do it for the
man.
red nitros.
This is for everything. Tournament point.
Oh, went for the grab. It was too high. The grab was too high.
Okay, he covers the up angle. He's safe. Okay, goes for full hold
yeah.
parry.
You have
oh,
to full
the
hold
grab
parry
on the
there or you
special.
die.
Early parry. He's got a free ball
What's the
here.
bug
What's it
going?
going to be? A
The
grab. Okay.
Big grab, big grab.
Oh, the wall
Oh!
punch. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
last
huge.
stop.
That is huge.
Lethal League
Last
Blaze at Combo
We
Breaker
really went first time.
2025.
Here we go.
This is for everything. What's it going to be?
Oh, they both want it so bad.
Okay, we got the
Oh,
up into
oh,
the parry. Oh,
parry.
he's still alive
One
on
more
one
stop.
health.
One
The
more.
angle doesn't kill him though.
Oh,
With
no,
another
that's
parry.
it.
And Meller, Acapella, is your Combo Breaker 2025 Lethal League Blaze champion. Oh my goodness.
Mela brought it all the way back. All the way back.
Wow.
I mean, that
After
is going to be
such-
a heartbreaker for Epic after going
Oh.
so far.
My goodness.
Driving so far to get here, making it so far through the bracket, all at the
Oh
end.
no, he's gonna execute him on stage. Oh no, he's knighting him. He's knighting him. What? Oh, well, I mean, I guess I was half right.
But you know, this really does feel like a torch being passed. I mean, almost the full torch pass, but for such a long time, Epic has been considered sort of one of the weakest of the gold belts, as in the most recent player to get gold belt. And trying to sort of find that tournament that's going to really establish them as a real top threat. I mean, didn't get an invite to Mach 1 because of the way that the timing happened, and ended up
really?
qualifying all the way through and making a really great run. After a tournament like this, it's hard to dispute the fact that Epic is one of the best players in the world.
He just did something pretty insane there. I'm not gonna lie. That was really something special.